may look like another game to you on Thursday Night Football, and in some respects, maybe it is. But it is a gigantic matchup. Borderline essential, albeit in a division that may be up for grabs as a division of mediocrity as we go through the season because of quarterback injuries. But an essential borderline must-win for a team that was one series away from a Super Bowl just 2 seasons ago. Good morning and Merry Thursday to you. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, Hoser, and Josh. Thursday Night Football, you'll hear it on the Sports Animal. You watch it wherever it is you watch it. A team that was one series away from going to the Super Bowl, knocking off Tommy and the Patriots just a few seasons ago. And then went through a year that didn't work because of quarterback play. Went out and spent and still thought that they could rely on their defense. And they got a quarterback. They got a Super Bowl MVP quarterback, in fact. And they were going to make a run. Now that Super Bowl MVP quarterback is on the shelf. Their head coach is publicly feuding. In fact, almost physically publicly feuding with their best player. That player has demanded a trade. He will suit up tonight as 3 teams are rumored to be courting that player. And the head coach, I believe, is on the line, and that's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Big one, Jacksonville and Tennessee. You may look at it and say, I got a player playing, and it's all about fantasy football. I think this may determine the immediate future for their franchise, for their head coach, and while it might be in some corners the most nondescript franchise in the National Football League, I think it is one of the most interesting, and I told you that in the preseason, and I think it's an absolutely essential game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Doug Marrone, they have got to beat Tennessee tonight.
You're only going to get so many chances to feud with a star player. You only get so many chances to get through injuries. First, it was Blake Bortles. He wasn't good enough. They moved on. Nick Foles, he's out. Gardner Minshew, all right, 6th-round pick. No one thought much of him, but now that's what you have to work with. And Doug Marrone is going to go out there and just keep hoping that, Tom Coughlin, their old school guys, are going to be buddy-buddy. That's not the case because this league is not for long. This league is about getting it done, and especially in a division game, which outside of Deshaun Watson, it's wide open at quarterback. Jacoby Brissett's stepping up. Marcus Mariota, still the jury is out. Is that man going to get paid? Is he the future of the Tennessee Titans? So even with all the problems in Jacksonville, a division game, suiting up, short week, There is no leeway. There's no, we'll just see what happens in this league.
That's why you care tonight. That's why you will listen to this game tonight. You'll watch this game tonight. That's why it's important to you, because that's a team that, again, you almost watched the Super Bowl with Blake Bortles at quarterback. Blake Bortles, wow. They go out and get Nick Foles. Nick Foles is coming back, supposedly. Gardner Minshew has been somewhat of the darling of the NFL.
Uncle Rico.
But he hasn't won yet.
He's got the swag.
That's why I'm watching.
He doesn't have the banners on that wall yet that say he's won an NFL game. Yeah, and even with Nick Foles coming back, Jacksonville goes to 0-3.
Well, now that division, I'll give you the one thing. I'll give you is that division with Drew Brees out, with Atlanta 1-1 and Cam Newton out. I guess it's going to be up, right? Am I in the wrong division?
You're in the wrong.
I'm in the wrong division. Where am I?
You're the NFC South.
I'm in the totally NFC South.
But yes, I like where your head's.
Yeah,
because we will talk about Cam Newton.
Yeah, that's why I have Cam Newton now. You look at me, and you're right. Because with Houston and Indianapolis, nothing certain there either. And the other one is Cam Newton, and so I watched the war go with Feinberg and who went after him yesterday on ESPN and how Feinberg called him selfish and then it became all about Eli, and Eli's probably going, man, how did I get dragged?
Yeah, what's going on?
What did I do? Eli didn't do anything. Cam Newton, I do believe he's done. I do.
Mentally, maybe?
Physically, mentally. If he's done, do you have a good career? Because to me,
yes,
he had a good career. Right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
I don't believe he's done.
You don't?
I think it's frustrating. First half of the season, he's got to get healthy, but I don't think we've seen the end of Cam Newton.
Okay. I kind of do. At least Cam Newton is as we saw Cam Newton. All right, we got a lot to do today. 246-0610, 889-220-610. That's how you can get in. Email the show, Jeff at 610knml.com, JJ at 610knml.com. On the Twitter, _JJ Buck. On the Facebook, the OD and the AM. You can watch the show. ProView Networks, Comcast Channel 26 statewide, on their social medium, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. You can go to our Facebook, the OD in the AM, and you can watch a show and you can see my shirt. It's just a
You've been
shirt.
killing it this week with
Have
the
I?
shirt game.
Yesterday was a bright yellow. This is just a shirt, man. It's a liquid shirt.
I like blue, man.
All right.
Blue's my color.
As long as you like blue. Guest list today, 7:30. Lobo quarterback Tavaka Tuioti scheduled to be with us. Lobos Aggies out at Dreamstyle Stadium, 2:38 kickoff on Saturday afternoon. Weather report says it should be perfect. And everybody wants tickets all of a sudden. Do we have anything to give away? What are we giving away?
I know. I'm looking for tickets. Oh, yes. We have tickets to Leonard Skinner.
Oh, not for that, though. Only the afternoon has
know,
tickets to the football game, huh?
Hopefully
All
we
right.
have some
Well,
extras.
when you're Michael Carlisle, you get those tickets. You can make people happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I got it. It's 8:30. Jerry Palm's going to be with us. CBSSports.com. We'll talk to him about really interesting slate of football games in the NFL or college football this weekend. So we got all that to do. All right, the three teams, and I want to go back to the Jaguars thing. Jalen Ramsey is terrific. You and I both agree that he is worth a first-round pick,
Yes.
right? And the way you always look at it, and the way I would look at it if I was sitting in someone's shoes, does that player, in this case Jalen Ramsey, an all-pro cover corner, does he grade better than anybody that I believe that I would be in a position to take out of the draft? Understanding that person I would have under control for relatively cheap as opposed to having to pay a proven veteran. Is it worth it to my football team to go get that talent and give up a first-round pick? Jalen Ramsey is one of those players that I believe you say yes. Kansas City, Philadelphia, and Seattle are the teams who are currently rumored to be interested and making offers for Jalen Ramsey. Kansas City scores a ton of points. The knock on them would be their defense, correct?
Yeah, there's not a player that you point out and look right now and say, that's a difference maker. That's why that team is going to have the moment to finish a game. It's going to have that moment where they don't have the second half like they did against the Patriots in the AFC Championship.
Now, if Jacksonville gets the win tonight, you think everything calms down?
No, I do not. I
Really?
don't. Yeah.
And I'm not even sure he plays, even though Doug Marrone said he's going to play. If they are having legitimate trade conversations, then he will not play.
Do you run him out there and get him hurt, and then you can't trade him? I'd be surprised if he doesn't play. I would be surprised.
Yeah, you got to
if-
play him.
But to JJ's point, I mean, what if you hit 2:00 this afternoon, and you're really close on a deal with Seattle? First round and a fourth round for Jalen Ramsey, and there's one sticking point. Do you play him?
I would say no. If he's going to be gone, I would say no. Then he doesn't even suit up. He's just on a plane out.
So I think it's how, to JJ's point, how intense, how far along are any of these conversations? If you're Philadelphia, you got a good defense, but bottom line is everybody can use a shutdown corner, right? They play in a division with Cam Newton. They're going to play against a Washington team that throws the ball a lot because they're going to have to, because they're going to be down. They're in the NFC with the Rams. If Drew Brees is going to be back at the end of the season with the Saints, right? There's teams that throw the ball. And Seattle plays the Rams twice. They play Jimmy Garoppolo twice. Seattle could use him too. So all those teams make sense. None of those would you expect to be top 10 picks, correct?
Yeah.
I saw a stat yesterday. Seattle starts 2-0, and there's only a 34% chance that they make the playoffs because of their schedule.
Because of their schedule and the fact that there are two other teams in their division that started 2-0.
Yeah. But those other two teams have much higher percentages of making the playoffs, the Rams and the 49ers. I think Seattle is a better team than San Francisco, don't you?
Your initial thoughts, yes. But there's been a whole lot of time. You're taking Russell Wilson over Jimmy Garoppolo
Yes.
all day, every day.
Yes.
But if that offense continues the output,
Let me see him play somebody. They played Cincinnati on the road, and who'd they open up with?
And then Seattle won at Pittsburgh, and
Pittsburgh. Seattle winning at Pittsburgh's a nice win.
even with it was half the game with Mason
All right,
Rudolph.
Seattle went on the road cross country, and notoriously West Coast teams struggle going east, playing in that early window. Notoriously. So I'll take that every time. All right, come on in, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. We're going to get into Lobos and Aggies on Saturday. Tavaka Tuioti going to be with us coming up at 7:30. Really special moment at Fenway Park last night for the Yastrzemski family and Red Sox fans. Lots to do. We'll even get into Colin Kaepernick and his agent at some point today. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, and Hoser on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Nice, Dad. So back to pass now as Harris steps back and fires, and he's going deep across the middle, and it's caught. Malik Phillips dancing away.
In the first half, he's been under pressure all game anyway. Smith back to pass. They're trying to set up the screen to Barker, and they've got blockers in front. Barker cuts it back. Barker in the open field, 40, 45, 50. Barker's got one man to beat. Barker may go to the house, and he will. Caden Barker Jordan Barker touchdown, Carlsbad.
But here we go. Let's see how he does.
Cabrales will kick off from the 40 and
Drives it hard.
here they try to see that reverse again.
And he fakes it.
Oh, he's got it. He's got one man to beat and a blocker in front. 35, 40, 50, 45. He's gone. There's no Hornet that will catch him. Opening kickoff return for Slade Campos. 80 yards and
Ball falls for Nava, puts it forward for Moyers. Moyers gets it past the keeper, and it's 2-1.
Denard all by himself. They're looking for him. They throw it in the end zone. Underthrown and caught. How about that? Mercy. Trevon Denard. Wow.
It's his night.
It's his night.
Up, uses that foot. No, this time she goes low, and there's a scrum there. The ball's loose, and it's up, and it's in. How about that? Going top shelf.
Good dump, and then a good wherewithal to keep it up. There's Jones on a good dig. Martinez. Huggins was blocked into a middle, kept alive, and then dumped back over. Let's keep playing, girls. Cross court this time from Cooperno. Jones sets to the outside. McIntosh was blocked. That's knocked back over. We'll continue the rally. Cooper on the right hand. Back row, and McIntosh, a little miscommunication with Lucero. Let's see if that fires up these Cougars. Harris has some time, and a rollout looking. Harris fires on the move, and it's complete. Slipping one, it's Webskowski, and another, and it's a foot race. Shot out of a cannon. Justin Webskowski, can he take it all the way? Touchdown.
the Jaguars. There's Smith again, cuts it back. Nice run by Smith, still on his feet, going to the end zone, touchdown.
Harris with the fake pitch, and now we'll run to the outside, and he's got some room. Nice move, Harris, look out. He's across the 40, a cut to midfield. He's got a blocker in front, look out. Chance Harris, shot out of a cannon, and he's gonna take it all the way. Touchdown.
An important update from Eli Manning. It's on to Daniel Jones, the 6th overall pick in the draft, the preseason superstar, is starting quarterback for the New York Giants. But Eli Manning wanted to remind you, wanted to let everyone know, while he's not happy, he's not dying.
What a nice guy.
We appreciate that update, Eli. We're very concerned for you because we thought you died on the field 2 years ago. The opening drive, JJ Buck, Jefferson Vieta Hoser, 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal, ProView Networks worldwide, Comcast Channel 26. You can find us on the Facebook, the YouTube, the Twitter. We got you covered. Vaca Tuioti coming up, joining us, bottom of the hour, 7:30, Lobos Aggies this weekend. And it's that time. These quarterbacks are defying expectations. Tom Brady, will he play forever? Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, these guys just keep going and performing. But Eli Manning's time, it's up. Cam Newton.
Will Eli play again in the NFL?
Will Eli play again in the NFL?
I say yes.
Will he play again for the Giants?
Maybe not.
I think Eli will play again.
Barring-
I think he will play for the Giants. I don't think Daniel Jones makes it through the whole season.
Okay, so injury then, not because of
Well, they're not going to
performance.
bench Daniel Jones. They've made the move, right? So they're all in. They can't go back on this now. They can't.
No, and I want to know why.
Why what?
Just
Why they can't go back?
no the
Oh.
whole 2 games of Eli Manning.
I'll tell you
Why do you convince yourself that you can get more out of Eli Manning? Why is all of a sudden Daniel Jones ready to play an NFL game now as opposed to week 1 of the NFL season? It goes back to Deshaun Watson, who's a very good quarterback, and he's proven it. But that year, Houston started with Tom Savage, and then at halftime, they're like,
therein lies the difference. There's a huge difference between Tom Savage.
I don't
and
care
Eli
what
Manning.
you did. Your resume
But they
does not do anything.
But they do.
The ownership does, and that's a problem.
Well, so there's got to be something that you and I don't see. And we talk about this all the time, how we don't see practice. We don't see what's going on. We don't see how the team responds to a particular quarterback. To me, there's no compared to Deshaun Jackson, Tom Savage, to Daniel Jones, Eli Manning is apples and grapes. You got a guy who, I don't know if you know this, he's won 2 Super Bowls. But he has one in this league. Now, I know he's a 116 quarterback. It's been made very clear. Eli's the new whipping boy. It's like it's really cool to beat up on Eli, and I got it. And I agree with you. He's done. And I think he's been done for a while. But whatever they saw, I always go back to this.
Of course, Eli is going to be better. It's the same thing. It's like Ryan Fitzpatrick winning that job, though. What does it matter?
Well,
You're
okay,
terrible
so I always go back to this. As a football coach, right? As much as we sit here and say they love Eli and they're giving Eli this break, or they love this guy and they want to give it to him, bottom line is their job security, they're judged as a football coach on winning games. And I firmly believe that 99% of the time, and I believe it in this case, that the football coach made the decision based on what he thinks, or the organization made the decision on what they believe is gives them the best opportunity to win. And when they lost their first 2 games, they realized the hole they're in. They realized the direction in which they're going. You can't judge it on preseason stuff. And so they opted to go the other way. To your point, is Daniel Jones any more ready now than he was 3 weeks ago? No, but I think in their mind, they felt they could squeeze a little bit more out of that Eli tube and get to where they wanted to go. And they had a meeting on Monday morning and said, yeah, we can't, and throw him in. Daniel Jones looked really good in preseason.
Oh, he's going to get shredded
Let's
at times.
watch
this year.
him go against
no
the
doubt
ones
about
at
it.
full
But
speed.
at some
Yeah.
point in time, I don't care that you won 2 Super Bowls. You're 8-23 the last 2 years.
The
What
point
else are you
time's now.
squeezing out of it?
Well, but again, whatever they
like
saw.
that's just my frustration with some of these young guys. I absolutely see your point. But you're going to try to convince yourself that a quarterback's 8-23 the last 2 years is your best chance at winning versus giving yourself that barrier of a 6th overall pick, which you're not going to get shredded if he struggles. The point is, if you see progress, if you convince ownership, if you convince everyone else that this is their guy moving forward.
Well, especially
more times
when
than-
ownership
yeah.
and the front office is the guy who drafted that guy at number 6.
So more times than not, you're going to get that chance.
And that's why they went in at 2 weeks. I just firmly believe that they think that there were other things going on, whether it was injuries to receivers and offensive line and defense and everything else, that it wasn't all Eli. And I'm going to tell you, like watching their first 2 games, especially their first one, they didn't lose that all because of Eli. the whole team around him isn't good. But to your point, it's time to go. It's time to move. I think everybody realizes that probably but the Manning family. And I'm a big fan of the Manning family, but it's time. Eli, yes, the numbers are your record. You are what's the saying? You are what your record says you are.
But this is how it ends for everybody. I mean,
most people. Yeah, it didn't end that way for John Elway. Probably won't end that way for Tommy. But yeah, it's how it ends for most, right? Very, very rarely in that profession do you go out the way you want to go out. John Elway did. Drew Brees was hoping to last year. I firmly believe.
Yep.
But yeah, it's how it ends. You have a great ride, and there's cliches for a reason. All good things come to an end.
That's right.
And for Eli, it's a hell of a run. Now, he won't waive his no trade clause.
I think that's understandable.
Well, he's got 4 kids in New Jersey.
Yeah.
They're young kids. They like living there. You want to pay me $17 million to hold a clipboard? I'll hold a damn clipboard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down.
It's not easy. He said that, but he understands the writing's on the wall. The same thing happened when he was there, and what did they do to Kurt Warner?
Yep.
They played Kurt Warner a couple games. Like, yeah, we're gonna.
Well, it was the same thing, right?
on.
So there used to be, and
It happened to Baker Mayfield last year with the veteran Tyrod Taylor. He's ready to go.
You know,
Start the season.
and again,
at some point,
that's the kind of stuff that you and I don't see who wins the job.
does it ever work?
Well, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
I think it worked with Aaron Rodgers for how many years sitting behind
Brett Favre is nowhere near the quarterback we're
Okay.
talking about with these guys.
Did it work?
Brett Favre still came back and went to an NFC championship.
Yeah, no, that's so it worked a lot. Like that's the old way to do it. Okay, has it worked in the last decade where a guy sits around?
The only one that did was Patrick Mahomes.
Jared Goff.
recently.
Jared Goff worked. He sat behind Case Keenum.
Jared Goff worked because they got a new coaching staff in there.
But to Jared, that was the same model, though, right? Yeah, I agree with you on that. But he also sat behind Case Keenum for how many? Half a year before they let him in. Pat Mahomes, did that work? Same coaching staff. He sat behind Alex Smith for a year, right? Did that work? So the old model used to be bring in a guy isn't ready to go, and now the new model is we expect him to go right away.
The new guy.
And I
right?
say, yeah, and I say new, meaning over the last probably 15 years, would you say? Where if you draft a quarterback, you expect him to go now?
Yeah.
In the first round especially?
At some point, you have to play, and you can. And I think that's something that we are losing sight with Baker Mayfield. He hasn't played a full NFL season. Like
Correct.
training camp, practice, that's great. At some point in time, how do you get better? You play against NFL teams. You play against squads that are throwing different coverages at you, that are pressuring you, that are hitting you.
So, JJ, let me get this straight. You are for the young guy. If you draft a young guy,
Put him in now.
let him go,
Yes.
especially in the top 10.
And it's Dwayne Haskins, Case Keenum thing. Like,
Every
what do you?
indication on Dwayne Haskins is coming out of there that they just don't think he's ready. I mean, they just feel.
Then is it because he can't watch film?
I don't know
He's
what the
not
reason is.
gonna
Look,
practice?
all
But
you
so
hear out of there is
he
he's
gets
just
a-
not ready to go.
I just think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like Daniel Jones is now ready to be an NFL quarterback after 2 weeks
Yeah,
of an NFL
and
season.
so I disagree with you on that one. I just think he's as
These
ready as he
veterans are
was 2
always
weeks
going to
ago.
be better, but Washington's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and I think their feel was Eli's going to take
Ryan
us further.
Fitzpatrick is going to be better than Josh Rosen in the meetings, in practice.
That one makes no sense to me. But you know that's such a gong show in Miami. That one to me makes no sense. I grant you that one. The Eli thing I understand. They thought they were squeeze it out. They we're going to make another run with Eli, and 2 games in, all right, it's not going to work, and we'll admit our mistake. And guys like J.J. Buck are never going to understand our mistake. They're going to point out that we made.
Maybe
one in
that's
first
the
place,
fine line.
right?
Maybe
right.
Maybe that's the fine line that these coaching staffs are trying to walk. Like, okay, we may not be good if we throw a rookie. Are we going to damage him? You know, are
I think
are
the
they trying to
Giants thought they
protect
were gonna
him
win.
from? You know,
No, I don't think the Giants. Again,
I think they like what they saw in preseason.
Yeah.
I mean, he scored, he moved the offense, and they're hoping. Hey,
I firmly believe the Giants thing isn't about Daniel Jones as much as it's about Eli. JJ said, is he more ready now than he was 2 weeks ago? No, I think he's the same place that he was. You know, he's got 2 more weeks of practice. But I think this was about they thought they could win with Eli, and they probably sat down and said, "We can't. We made a mistake. Let's move." And the people,
I think they were just being nice.
You think
to
so?
be honest, yeah. I think they were
How does
just
that
like
behoove them as a business?
maybe a little bit respect for Eli and what he's done. So they're like, okay, we're not going to just
You think that?
can you now. Let's give you a chance to see what you can do starting off.
Well, with everything that happened after that one game Geno Smith played, I think that plays into it in that building where ownership loves Eli Manning.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
that could be. Is that a bad thing for a guy that won you 2 Super Bowls? If you give him a little extra leeway?
No,
It might be. I'm starting to side with the JJ Bucks now.
there you go.
You're starting to push me the other way. No, my point is on that, the critics, and you're critical of this, can now point out that they made a mistake. That's what you do when you were right, and you were right. That's all I'm saying. I'm giving you credit. Tavaka Tuioti is going to be with us when we come back. Lobo quarterback. Fellas, if you could feel better, would you do it? Of course you would do it, and you can do it. All you got to do is call New Mail. New Mail's helping guys all over the country. Guys who are lacking energy or dealing with hair loss, low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, all things that are natural when men reach a certain age. Nothing to be ashamed of, fellas. In fact, it's only something to be ashamed of is if you don't do anything about it. Do something about it and call New Mail. 505-492-0778. That's 505. Let me give you the real number. 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688. New Mail offers you cutting-edge programs, the latest treatments, benefiting guys everywhere, maybe like you, who are done feeling fatigued, done feeling a lack of energy all the time. Call New Mail at 505-652-1688. New Mail's right here in Albuquerque. They've got a tremendous success rate. If you are suffering from erectile dysfunction, depression, tired of being tired, and flat out just want to feel better, New Mail's for you. Call New Mail, 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688 and feel better. Tavaka Tuioti when we come back.
Sports Animal Time is now 7:27. It's time to look at another look at the roads here. This report is sponsored by me. That's right. I'm going to give it to you. Well, it's been a good one so far here this morning. No major accidents to report right now. We just have one single car crash. That is affecting the flyover on northbound I-25 to westbound Paseo. That is blocking the left lane. If you see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
Hey, it's Michael Carlisle.
And Mike Trujillo.
We are the Sports Bar. We're Albuquerque's #1 afternoon sports talk show.
Talk sports with us every afternoon, Monday through Friday.
Listen to the Sports Bar weekdays at 3 o'clock or right here on 95.9 FM at AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Quan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Quan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Quan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit quans.com.
If you're looking for a great job, don't miss the Isleta Job Fair on Thursday, September 19th.
Isleta offers competitive wages, excellent benefits, and career advancement.
The Isleta Resort and Casino Job Fair, 10 a.m. until 3 p.m., Thursday, September 19th in the 777's Lounge.
This is a cow whose milk became everyone's favorite cheese at the craft fair. But cheese only lasts so long. The impression a small business makes needs to last much longer. And now Vistaprint is introducing free shipping on all business cards in any quantity. Choose from hundreds of fresh designs tailored to your type of company, or upload your own. The choice is yours. The time is now. For a limited time only, get free shipping on all business cards in any quantity with promo code 3131. That's promo code 3131 at Vistaprint.com. Own the now.
We're the top dog around here.
Only the top athletes in the world can make the NFL.
He's going all the way for the touchdown.
But anyone can play NFL fantasy football, the official fantasy game of the National Football League.
That's big time right there.
NFL Fantasy provides all the tools you need to build a winning team. Live draft and manage your team from anywhere on your phone.
It's a game for you.
Get expert advice and player projections right in the game. What are you waiting for?
Let's go!
It's not too late to play. Sign up for free at NFL.com/fantasy.
You don't know me, but should I buy this mocha cardigan or this boot skirt?
Yes.
To the cardigan or the skirt? It's JCPenney's new fall clothes. Yes to everything.
See our new fall looks at the Fall For You event. From Friday 3 p.m. to Saturday 1 p.m., shop night to day doorbusters. Like 50% off select Liz Claiborne tops and 60% off select men's Stafford sport coats. Plus, use the coupon in your app wallet to get 10 off a $25 purchase. JCPenney. Coupon valid 9/19 to 9/22. Doorbusters valid 9/20 to 9/21 while supplies last. Some exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Welcome back to CarMax Will Buy It. Let's jump right back into the action. A used minivan with 200,000 miles. Cassandra.
CarMax will buy it.
That's correct. The car you're driving now. Cassandra again.
CarMax will buy it.
You're on a roll. Any car at all, no matter what. Jerry?
Is the answer CarMax will buy it?
That's right, because CarMax buys all the cars, no matter what. No questions asked. CarMax will buy it.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27.
30 seconds, last spot.
The coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-461-2525. That's 800-461-2525. 800-461-2525. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at selectquote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
The Dan Patrick Show, today at 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Lobos and Aggies, Dreamstyle Stadium, 2:38 on Saturday afternoon. The rivalry of enchantment. 110th renewal of that rivalry. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. We'll get back to your phone calls here in a little bit. Lobos trying to make it 2 in a row over their rivals from down south. Winners in Las Cruces last year. Tavaka Tuioti will get his first start of the season at quarterback. Turned, if my math is not incorrect, and it's right, they turned 21 years old just a month ago on Saturday, and he joins us this morning on the opening drive on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Good morning, Tavaka. How you living?
Hey, good morning, you guys. I appreciate you guys for having me.
No, appreciate you spending some time with us. All right, back in the driver's seat. Look, it's been a tumultuous, and I don't even know if that's the right word, last few months for you. Now, is it settling for you? Is it calming for you to know that you're back in the seat, the quarterback job, you've won the job, the coaches are behind you, and you're moving forward, and you're the guy?
Yeah, I think it's easier for me now that everything's gone by, just to relax now and just play the game that I came here to play and have fun.
You get the start against New Mexico State, your first start of the year. You know what this game means. You've been around this program for a couple of years now. You understand this game. And while everybody says it's just another game, it probably is not just another game, is it?
No, not at all. To me, and I know to the coaches and the rest of the community, this game is like everything. For us to win and go down and come in here and play, it's going to be a great, tremendous impact on our community.
Tavaka, where do you feel you are at a quarterback right now? You dealt with the injury last year, of course, the redshirt season. How much have you been able to learn about the quarterback position, about being a quarterback with still only 12 games played under your belt?
Just having to sit out for a whole year and being able to understand the ins and outs, the X's and O's of the offense. I feel like it helped me a lot. Even being smarter with the ball, being able to use my feet more and use my eyes a lot more.
And with that, Joe Daly coming in this year, we've seen the passing concept in this offense so far, attacking downfield, giving your wide receivers an opportunity. What have you thought about Joe Daly and how the offense has just looked so far this season?
We're looking so good. I think that, us being able to put the ball in the receiver's hands is a great thing. I feel like we have a lot of attributes to our offense as well as the run game. So, it's very dynamic. Coach Daly and his offense.
He's Lobo quarterback Tavaka Tuioti. He'll get the start against New Mexico State. Tavaka, it's been a personal run for you, and I don't even know how to describe it, and I'll let you do it. You lost your grandfather during camp and spent a lot of time, and then what we understand is last Friday your paternal grandfather passed away. How are you dealing with it personally? And are you doing all right? And I'm going to assume you got a support staff or a support system behind you.
Yeah, I have a big support system behind me. The coaches and my teammates. These guys are my brothers, and they've always been there. I handle it pretty well so far. All I do is just put my head down, just grind, and give all the glory to God.
I know, everybody deals with grief differently. You and your family, obviously, you were close to your grandparents. Do you feel like football is kind of a refuge? I know a lot of people say they go back to work or they go back into their routine and they feel like they can get back to some sense of normalcy. What was your relationship like with your grandfathers, and has football kind of helped you get back into a little bit of normalcy?
Yeah, I love playing football. My grandfathers, they both knew that I loved playing football, and they loved to see me play. For them, that they're in a better place, and for them to watch me, it's a blessing to me and, for my family as well.
Tavaka, it's an unfortunate thing, and we've all experienced that. I experienced it earlier this season with my grandmother about January. What are some of the things, though, that are going to resonate, like the memories that you're going to have or something that you're going to take with you the rest of your life?
It's always the good memories that I have with my grandfathers, being able to speak to them on the phone and, them lecturing me to, always to do good things to people and, to always stay humble.
Family's a big part of it. You get back into football now. Do you feel, even though you've missed some time and obviously some significant time, do you feel you are where you need to be now to take over this job and keep this job for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think that's just all up to me. But, yes, I do feel like I'm in a comfortable position. Like I said, there's always room for improvement, so all I got to do is just keep working.
I think it's pretty important, and from the outside, and you tell me the inside perspective, for one guy to be the quarterback. I think certainly as long as you've been here, whether it's because of injury or because of performance or whatever, it's almost week to week at the quarterback position. Do you feel it's important that you just take this job by the throat and own it and just take away that question of who's going to be the quarterback?
Yes, sir, no doubt. I think for me, just to hold down this position, be able to solidify my spot in this offense, it would be a tremendous help to the whole team as well.
All right. How was playing at Notre Dame? I don't know. I got to believe that's the biggest place you've ever played, right? But you were at Wisconsin last year. Notre Dame is such an experience. Did you get a chance to kind of sit back for a second and take in where you were and what was going on around you?
Yeah, just being able to come in first half and just, sit on the bench and, just watch the offense do the thing. I was just taking in the whole crowd. And being able to be in that atmosphere was such a blessing. And, you don't get chances like this ever in your lifetime to play the top 10 teams in the nation. So, it was a good experience for me.
Yeah, that place is special. What did your team take out of it? And as you move forward now, you've got opportunity. You're sitting here at 1-1, New Mexico State, and I know you're not going to look forward, but I will. Liberty the week after, San Jose State the week after that. There's a lot of opportunity on the plate for this football team. What do you think your club took out of it? Do you notice any difference this week as opposed to maybe last week coming out of Notre Dame?
For us as a team, I think the guys understood that we can compete with, the bigger names and, the bigger teams. And so, for us to see that we can compete, I feel like when it comes down to teams that we have coming forward, we can, play with these guys.
Tavaka, to me, I thought your lines really proved something, especially your defensive line. And you go up against them all the time. But I thought them going up against that big, giant, tough, physical Notre Dame offensive line, I thought your defensive line really, really showed something. Do you notice a little bit of a swagger from them this week?
Yeah, the defensive line is always the heart of our defense. These guys put in work day in and day out, and it showed on last Saturday versus Notre Dame, and these guys play with a lot of swag, in my opinion, and with them, they start everything for us up front.
All right. I also got to ask you about Coach Davey and the uncertainty there and what you guys have been going through as a team. And I know you've got a relationship with Coach Davey. Everybody on that team does. He's at practice. He won't be coaching the team this week. How's that been for you guys? You were there. You see what happens. Your coach goes down in front of you after a win. How has that affected you, and how are you guys dealing with that?
Yeah. I think when Coach Davey went down, it was just everybody was just heartbroken, and everybody was in complete shock. You don't even ever expect that from somebody. To see Coach Davey back in the facility, it's a blessing to see him. You thank God every day that he gets to come out here and still show support. For a lot of guys, he helped us tremendously. And so, for us, we still have him in the back of our head, knowing that this game means a lot to him as well, because, this is personal for everybody.
There's a lot to play for in there. There's a whole lot. You got a whole state. You got the big game. You got your family. I know that there's a lot weighing on your heart, and you got Coach David. There's a whole lot to play for in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. We wish you the best of luck. Hang in there. And it's good to hear that you're doing well, that you've got a support system that's helping you through a rough time. And now you get to go play football in a game that there should be a good crowd on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and a game that means a lot to a lot of people in this state. So go out, enjoy it, have fun, and thanks for spending a little bit of time with us this morning.
All right. Thank you guys for having me.
Take care. Tavaka Tuioti is Lobo quarterback. That young man's got a lot on his plate, huh?
Yes, he does.
A lot on his plate over the last couple months, and I think Lobo fans just hoping now let him go out and feel comfortable and play football. But I'm going to tell you, I think it's really important that he just take a throttle on this job and be the guy. And let's do something that we haven't done every Monday and not talk about who the quarterback is going to be next week. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
In New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dream Style Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, give Nathan Smith at Realty Executives Advantage a call. With over 18 years of real estate experience and nearly $1 billion of sales, leases, and evaluations, Nathan has the experience and the track record to get the job done. His main objective is to become your trusted real estate advisor. Give Nathan a call. Take advantage of the best offers now. It's about building a long-term relationship, and he wants to be your realtor for life.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
ABQ ER and Hospital is changing the way you see ER in Albuquerque. We promise to see each patient within 10 minutes of arrival. ABQ ER and Hospital is now offering $25 school physicals, with 100% of proceeds donated back to the schools.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to NewMexicoHighlands.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't
Tuioti. Young man's been through a lot. I wonder how he celebrated his 21st birthday. Not a lot of celebration. Yeah, I don't know that he has. All right. What you got?
I'd say at some point you get in a little bit.
Yeah. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, Hoser, Josh. Josh is on his way down to Silver City.
The big city.
Well, I don't know if that's a big city, but
where all the silver is.
Yeah, that's where all the silver is. He's got volleyball tomorrow night for ProView Networks, and then Western plays Central Washington on Saturday. And riddle me this, Batman. Which former NFL quarterback who had a lengthy career in the National Football League played his college football at Central Washington University? Addendum hint, he is currently a coach on the Cowboys staff. John Kitna.
Yep, he got it.
Huh? Josh, like, damn, he's scratching his head. Yeah, he's heard my story too many times.
I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was
still
trying to figure it out.
No, he remembers.
Wait a minute. Is it John Kitna?
Yeah, it was John Kitna. I told that story about the first time I really realized what winter was. Up there at Halloween in beautiful Ellensburg, interviewing John Kitna. I believe John grew up in Puyallup, Washington, and played college football in Ellensburg. 246-0610, Edwardsburg. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Good day, sir.
Well, good day, gentlemen. I had to call in a little early because, Crusher's got to go out and generate some revenue, be an income generator, and I got to nail down some title sponsors for what's coming up over the next few days.
Crusher got to eat.
The 5-star picks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sponsored by Indeed.
Coagulate.
Yeah, I thought of you yesterday when Peter Trevisani, the owner of the Quan's Auto Care Hotline, of New Mexico United was trying to convince me why the New England Patriots are so great, and I'm like, you couldn't even beat Eli. I mean, how great can they be if they can't beat Eli?
Good segue. But first and foremost, I have to ask you, how you living, Jeff?
I'm living, man. I'm middle class.
Oh, that was so awesome and raw and unfiltered. It might be Michael's best. I know we have kind of long, uncomfortable pauses during his calls, and all credit to Mike, because I think he's a nice guy, probably. But that was his walk-off right there.
Middle class.
It was walk-off, yeah. He swung and hit it, boy.
Middle class.
That was awesome. Hey, before we talk about Eli, and you alluded to this in your opening, there was a gentleman who played for the Boston Red Sox who won the Triple Crown in 1967, who was actually Crusher's favorite baseball player growing up,
He was
Carl Yastrzemski.
Yeah, what a moment last night.
Phenomenal moment when his grandson, who plays for the Giants, who's a great young talent, and they shared that moment.
Well, Yaz being back there, and wasn't it like the first time in years that Yaz was back there and his grandson hits a home run?
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And that Triple Crown record stood for several years until the guy from the Cleveland Indians did it a few years back. Another great player. I can't remember his name. Committed to memory. But hey, so Eli, it's just a tremendous career. He's always conducted himself with grace and dignity, and I'm a fan of Eli, even though he broke my heart twice. It wasn't so much him that broke my heart; it was that defensive line. But let me ask you this: since their last Super Bowl win in 2012,
Miguel Cabrera did win it. Yeah.
Remove the 2 Super Bowl wins, which are incredible feats. Since 2012, Eli is 29 and 58.
That's below average. That would be below meter. That's below mediocre. No, 29 and 50 something? That's below mediocre. That's not good.
Okay. Now let me tell you this. He's won 8 of his last 33 starts.
Yeah, it's time.
8 of his last 33 starts. Now, I think people have a propensity to fall in love with the past, right? It happens to all of us. And I know that they've handled him, with dignity and grace at a Giants organization. But he's a shot fighter, my friends.
Nope.
Eli is and he's been one for about 3 or 4 years.
See, here's
minimum.
the deal. I don't think anybody's arguing except for the Mannings, and Eli, and Archie isn't out there arguing, and Peyton isn't. I don't think that anybody except for Eli, and Eli said I don't like it. I thought he handled it incredibly well yesterday. I don't really hear an argument to it. Do you hear anybody pitching the other side?
No, not at all. And it's just interesting, right? And credit to him. He played biggest in the biggest moments.
That's right.
And the 2 years that they won the Super Bowl, I think they were 9-7 both years going into the playoffs.
And beat Tom in mediocrity.
And he delivered in big moments, and that's what you ask from your quarterback. Yeah. And all credit to him. Like I said yesterday, he's a Hall of Fame player, right? I'm not sure he'll get in the first year, second year, third year. But if you let him in, you damn well better let Jim Plunkett in. We should review Jim Plunkett's career stats. Plunkett was a Super Bowl MVP.
So was
and won 2 of them. But hey, is it my understanding that Josue, the Golden Hoser, is going to be his chance to mesmerize the crowd at the UNM Mexico State game this weekend?
That's his job. That's his job. He's that guy. He's the Golden Hoster.
You knew that.
Now, will there be interjections of Latino Jerry Jones and wearing maybe a Tony Romo jersey with jorts?
I'm afraid not. I haven't stated the script.
Yeah, there's a script in a uniform.
Go off script. It'll benefit your career, my friend.
There's a script in a uniform.
Onto the street.
Don't do that. Dave, if you keep doing this on this very public radio show, he won't even get to get out there. Come on, what's wrong with you?
Oh, you know what? Stick to the script.
And wear the uniform. No jorts.
Be very Eli Manning-ish. Stick to the script and win a couple of championships.
Yeah, no jorts allowed. Yeah.
No jorts.
No jorts allowed.
No jorts.
Anyway, we're up for a great weekend of football.
Yes, we are.
And again, the 5-star picks are percolating and coagulating, so they may be unleashed tomorrow, my friends.
Good eye, sir. Live middle class. See you. That was the line of yesterday, by the way.
It was, yes.
There's no. How you living? Middle class.
Trying to get up to the rich one.
Trying to get to the rich. It was the best line of the day. All right, that's the thing on the Eli. Like nobody's arguing. I think the argument is the conversation is where JJ went, where you were saying, what's different now than 2 weeks ago. I think what's different now than 2 weeks ago has nothing to do with Daniel Jones. They thought they were going to squeeze a few more drops out of Eli, and they realized there's no more drops left to squeeze.
I don't know how you can have that thought. I don't when you look at what he did the last 2 years.
Yeah, I think that's... And then he looked great in training camp, and he looked terrific.
They were just being nice.
Looked great. Jerry Palm at 8:30. Got Leonard Skinner tickets to give away. Got any football tickets? Can we scratch up some football tickets? People want to go, they just want to buy tickets.
They do, that's right.
That's what I'm discovering.
30.
No, it's the truth. I'm really starting to discover that. They're not that expensive. Says the guy who's got tickets.
20.
It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, Josh, y'all on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hey, it's Michael Carlisle. By now, you've probably seen commercials from national companies that promote 100% online mortgage loan with no human interaction. Don't fall for it. I suggest you call Ben Lucero at Indigo Mortgage instead. On the surface, an online mortgage loan might sound easy, but applying for a mortgage isn't like buying a new pair of shoes. You're a real person making a real decision on the biggest financial transaction of your life. You gotta ask, is the real person for the 100% online lenders for the benefit of you, the consumer, or for them, the company? Mortgages are very complex and more than just plugging numbers in and locking in a rate. You might have questions, and have a friendly, caring professional is the only way to get the answers you need. You're not a transaction, you're a person. Nobody cares more about your mortgage loan than Ben Lucero and his team at Indigo Mortgage. Call him at 836-5700 or visit him at indigomortgage.net. A local lender who wants what's best for you, 836-5700.
NMLS 188348.
New Mexico's lakes, rivers, and streams are brimming with spring runoff, and fishing conditions couldn't be better. Visit the department's website to get the latest fishing reports and buy a license so you can go fishing today.
You may not notice it's a protein bar. Dark chocolate and crunchy peanuts will do that. Plus, they'll get your family moving again. Nature Valley Peanut Butter Dark Chocolate Protein Bars.
In most situations, it's easy to debate who is the greatest of all time. But when you need collision repair, there's only one clear GOAT. Quanz has won a Best of the City award for the past 6 years straight. Don't go to any collision repair shop. Go to the Better Collision Repair Shop at Quanz Auto Body. Our award-winning customer service and certified collision repair makes Quanz better than the competition. Make the better choice and visit Quanz Auto Body in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho.
Jeff Posa from Posa's Tamale Factory and Restaurant in Santa Fe, where we make our famous tamales fresh by hand daily. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank the restaurants and local businesses in northern New Mexico that have supported my products throughout the past 40 years. Poake Groceries and the Sopapilla Factory in Poake, New Mexico. Connie's Food Market, Chicago Dog, La Fonda Hotel, and Castro's Restaurant right here in Santa Fe. Tamales aren't just a New Mexican delicacy, they're a lifestyle. Come on into Posa's Tamale Factory and Restaurant, you'll be glad you did.
This credit card bill is out of hand.
I know, the interest rate's awful, and there's a huge annual fee, too.
You should check out the Independence Credit Card from Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Low interest rates, no annual fee, and unlimited cashback rewards can save you a lot of money.
But we are military, son.
Kirtland FCU is more than military.
When did you get so smart?
It's a gift. Lower your credit card rate today at kirtlandfcu.org/credit cards. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. We're more than military. We're for life.
Approval rate based on creditworthiness and other factors. Membership eligibility applies. See representative for complete details.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical, not for sale to minors. Website restricted to adults 21 and over.
Let's be real. Most smokers aren't looking for some overcomplicated vaping machine. That's why we created MyBlue. MyBlue is simple. Our pre-filled liquid pods mean there's no mess. One charge and MyBlue lasts all day. And with our range of flavors and nicotine options, you have a choice. MyBlue answers on what matters for smokers. Real nicotine satisfaction. And right now, try MyBlue for $1 at select retailers or myblue.com.
Gigantic week for some coaches and quarterbacks. Can Mike Tomlin win without Ben? Can Sean Payton win without Drew? Huh? Gigantic game tonight on the Sports Animal Thursday Night Football. Jaguars, coach on the line, feuding publicly with their star player. 0-2 start.
Man, I love football coaches because they are different. They're crazy. Sean Payton sitting there going, we're going in with 2 quarterbacks. This is going to be Taysom Hill. Who knows? There may be our special teams guy or Wildcat quarterback or the most expensive backup quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. You won't know. We're going to keep you on your
Sounds
toes.
like the Lobos, right? See what I'm saying? 246-0610. Come on in. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, the Golden Hoster, and Josh. We're with you on the ProView Networks. You can find us on Channel 26 on Comcast throughout the state of New Mexico. Worldwide on the web. ProView Networks social media platforms on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And, of course, you can go to the Facebook and go to the OD in the AM. That is our social media platform. And you can find us there as well.
Drew Brees yesterday got surgery done, posted a photo on social media, trying to give it a thumbs up. And it was a moment, I don't know why it just then hit me, because we talk about it a lot in terms of how like injuries are nothing and we just expect people to come back. But also the amount of stuff you go through to get back. Like surgeries are commonplace. Like for us, we'd be sitting there going, oh man, what do I have to do this week? Oh, Thursday, and then I got to go in and get that procedure done, and maybe I'll be back. And these guys are just like, yeah, it's a normal Tuesday. Just go into the knife, and we'll be good.
Ligaments carved and sewn back together. No, I got it. It's how it is. It does. All right, I want to get into rivalry week a bit. You heard from Tavaka Tuioti. He'll be the Lobos starting quarterback. Josh sent me quite a litany here. It says rivalry week. Jeff, I'm so excited for this game. I'm rolling deep with 34 friends and family. How about that? Tailgating going to the game. Our great-grandfathers were following this game. I'm 10th generation New Mexico. This game is in my blood. There's a tradition of Albuquerque talk shows to call in with your laundry list of lame excuses for not going to the game. The one that I may have agreed with was, quote, not enough New Mexico kids in the program, end quote. That maybe have been true with the last coach, but it's not true anymore. Coach Davies fixed that. It doesn't seem like anyone wants to give credit for that, so I'm going to. There are 18 New Mexico kids on the Lobo roster. 15 of those are on the 2 deep, meaning they are on the 66-man travel squad, and more importantly, they play. New Mexico State has 15 New Mexico kids on their roster. So on Saturday, I'm guessing we could see anywhere from 20 to 25 kids who played New Mexico prep football playing a Division I college football game. You won't see that in any other FBS or FCS game this year, not even close. I looked through every Mountain West Conference roster, and San Diego State is the only one with players from New Mexico. They have 2, only because Rocky Long is the opposing Mountain West coach with an ounce of respect for New Mexico prep football. I think, he says, it's lost on all these people who call into your show and love to bitch about everything under the sun. How rare it is that UNM has 18 New Mexico players on the roster. If you're going to claim you love everything New Mexico and not support your own, then you never loved it in the first place. He says you're a punk. Saturday's going to be awesome. I can't wait. 110th meeting. First meeting was 125 years ago. This bleep is iconic. It's in your blood, too. Embrace it. Fight for it. Support it. Just like those 18 UNM football players from the Land of Enchantment do. Thank you. It's from Josh. Huh? That's some research, some thought, some passion, some tradition, some heart in that one. He's going with 34 people.
I love it.
I think the atmosphere is going to be good. I go back, and it was 2 years ago. But you and I were at that tailgate that we throw under the tree, and we walked that east lot a little bit and just go, wow, check this. It was real. It felt like college football. It felt like college football is supposed to feel like motorhomes and people throwing balls, and you can smell grills going everywhere, and people were in a good mood and happy, and everybody had a pop in their hand, and it was fun. Like everything that I tell you it is everywhere else in America, we had that for a day, and hopefully we're going to have that out there on Saturday afternoon again. I know Josh and his people are going to be there. Lance, good morning. You leaving the tree?
610-770.
Oh, here we go.
610-770. JJ.
Omaha.
Who's the sideline Lobo?
Omaha.
Who's the sideline Lobo? Austin. Golf.
We throw Austin in there.
Hall of Fame. Josh. Sir,
That's a long count.
It is long.
Eli is
jumped.
a good, backup instead of, like, say, Denver's backup. Did you imagine what it would be like in Mile High Stadium? Everybody can sit here and watch the ball spin, and he has no offensive line up there, and not even a running back threat till really now. Everybody's been injured, and all the blame does come on him. He's getting older, but could you imagine being in Mile High and Peyton's little brother runs out there as the backup after Flacco quits throwing his 5-yard passes?
Who'd you rather have, Eli or Flacco? JJ?
And that's not his fault, by the way, Flacco. The offensive coordinator just terrible in Denver. And he could be an offensive coordinator himself. Really, if you think about it, that's what Peyton did. But I'm just tired of hearing a lot of people calling in, like they never played. They didn't even look at the line. They don't even see how terrible
Tired of opinions
that he's had it over the years. So I'm kind of tired of picking on him. And, I heard that sections of the stadium for the Lobo game were sold out.
Really? That's why people can't get tickets.
Probably the Aggie fans.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, probably it's the Aggie fans. And, there's no better place to be than going over there. I just remember back in the day, I'm 60 miles away. My truck's not very good running that far. If somebody would give me a ride, I'd probably go, for sure.
Carlisle will come get you.
Go. Get me. It's actually not too far from Rio Rancho, and
Carlisle will come get you.
And Carlisle?
Yeah. Call Carlisle. See if he'll come
we
get you.
can make up. I love that guy. And he's going to be at my cadence next time.
All right.
It's opening cadence. That's how that goes. But anyway, no weather girl yet?
Yeah, they
Yes,
got one.
there's one coming.
Hey, I got to go.
I need the weather girl to squeeze in there really tight. You guys would love it, bro.
All right. I got to go. I'll get your car.
All right.
Send out your way. Where we got to get him a ride. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Taco Charlton's done.
Street taco now.
No more taco in Dallas. How deep is the NFL's most complete franchise when we cut a player of this caliber? It's Omaha. How deep is your team?
Deep.
Very deep.
Yeah. It's going to happen. They've had a very good track record over the last few years of first-round picks, nailing guys. You missed on Taco.
Is it on him or them? I don't know that I know this
a little bit of both.
To have a big opinion on this.
You take a chance.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows, he's an outside linebacker and he goes defensive end. A little bit of both just doesn't quite work.
He finds a job, right?
Yes.
Taco Charlton will find a job by next
They'll bring an edge guy.
Right.
Those guys will get chances. But the reason he was waived is because everyone saw the writing on the wall for the first 2 weeks. Like, yeah, we're not even going to give you a pick. We'll just wait and then sign this guy up for the minimum.
All right. Harold says Eddie Money equals Lobo football, Josue. Says, I saw a recent interview with the late rocker, Jeff, and he said even though he had a lot of hits, he never made much money. When Lobo Athletics is running this promotion and that promotion to get a few extra butts in University Stadium seats, what good is having those fans if it isn't providing much relief to the bottom line? Well, I think obviously it's good to have people there. I don't know what they're making, what the bottom line is. I think I'll tell you what it is. You get people in there, they enjoy it, and then they want to come back. Here's what I've always found the problem with this town. And this is why this is one we haven't talked about. All the conversations we've had about why people don't go. I don't know if I've ever brought this one up, but I've always felt this way. This town, and maybe it's like every other town, but it feels to me like it's more. If you give something to somebody once, they expect it all the time. Meaning, if you give some tickets away or you have a $5 promotion, even if they have a good time, they're not willing to pay for it the next time through. Does that make sense? Yeah. They expect it. I get more, and I probably shouldn't even say this, but there's been a year where we've had for the New Mexico Bowl extra tickets, out of the allotments, and so we've done more with nonprofits than maybe we would have in a regular year. And so the next year, those people don't come back and say thank you. They say bleep you because you don't give it to them again. They had a great time. They want to come back. They enjoy it. Oh, it was great. No, we had a great time. Everybody loved it. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I'll work with you on pricing. Oh, you mean we got to buy them?
Not the same deal?
Yeah, we got to buy them. And look, that's Everybody's got a business, right?
Yeah.
You give some people some tickets in the hope that they'll enjoy it, and then they'll come back the next year, and they're going to be part of your business model, no matter what your business is. And do you think I'm wrong on that?
No, I think that's an element of life. But especially,
I got it for free once. I'm not paying for it ever.
Dealing with,
I used to get free parking.
That specific product, yes.
Yeah, but I've noticed that more about this. So people, if they get a ticket for a game, they don't ever want to pay for it again. Right? They don't realize, hey, I got it free that year.
$3.99 is pretty awesome.
Well, look, free is cheap. I get it, man. And everybody's favorite pick your subject is free, right? But I think that's a big piece of it. And so Harold, it's a long roundabout way of saying what's the point of getting people in the seats. The whole concept is they're going to get in on a promotion, and they're going to enjoy it, and they're going to come back, and they're going to
while they're sitting there, maybe they're like, I'm thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Let's grab a beverage. I'll get a hot dog as well.
Hey, we had a good time. You know what? We should buy tickets this year or next year. Well, let's buy a ticket to the next game. But I think sometimes it does backfire. I say, well, we got them for free. Where am I getting my free stuff next week? How you living, middle class? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, give Nathan Smith at Realty Executives Advantage a call. With over 18 years of real estate experience and nearly $1 billion of sales, leases, and evaluations, Nathan has the experience and the track record to get the job done. His main objective is to become your trusted real estate advisor. Give Nathan a call. Take advantage of the best offers now. It's about building a long-term relationship, and he wants to be your realtor for life.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds.
say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
ABQ ER and Hospital is changing the way you see ER in Albuquerque. We promise to see each patient within 10 minutes of arrival. ABQ ER and Hospital is now offering $25 school physicals, with 100% of proceeds donated back to the schools.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to NewMexicoHighlands.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
To win big just by listening to us. Listen weekdays for the national keyword at 8 in the morning and 11 in the morning, 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. And when you hear the keyword, text it, the keyword, to 95819 and you could win $1,000. Message and data rates do apply. 4K a day, sponsored locally by Fiesta Kia. A huge selection and a doggone great deal. Get ready to win on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. It's opening drive, Jeff JJ and the Golden Hoster. It is Rivalry of Enchantment Week out at Dream Style Stadium on Saturday. And what should be, I think, a good day, a good celebration day, hopefully just a good feel-good day, man. And we get a good crowd, good game, and maybe both teams can then move forward and say, hey, we're on to something, and let's pick this thing up. I got an email from Rod, who says, you and I are like one on this, Jefferson. Perception is reality, and when you have the usual suspects constantly on their hands and knees begging people to buy tickets, begging people to go to the game, I think the perception is Lobo football isn't any good. They need to create an impression that a Lobo football ticket has value, not something to be sold for peanuts. That takes time, Rod, and I think the way to do that is get people in and experience the product and put out a good product, and then they want to come back, right? That's kind of what United's done, right?
Yeah. And I think even with Lobo football right now, it's about moments. So we have one this weekend. This one, regardless of record, people are going to attend. And it's a moment every other year for each school to try to hit a home run for that contest and maybe get 1 or 2 more returnees in terms of games attended after that. And you start building something bigger with the foundation, the results overall on the season. Because this game, you can make a must-win case for both teams this weekend. You're on it. I absolutely agree with what you said in terms of the Lobos, what it means for Tavaka, potentially stepping up, solidifying himself as a starting quarterback. The Lobos with their schedule after this, what it means. And for the Aggies, if they go at 0-4,
yeah,
who's still hanging on, even the most diehard of Aggie fan at that point in time? Because then you're saying, well, you got Ole Miss, a trip, which you still got to take. And with the
Fresno
money,
State's coming in next week.
Fresno State's coming in, and just with the situation this year, there's 3 money games. Your margin for error already shrunk, and then you start 0-4, and if you're looking at 6, because you're not competing for a conference, you're not trying to win a division, it's a huge game this weekend.
Yeah. I for both of them it is, and it always is. The deeper you get into the season, every game becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. Do I think it's a bigger game? We have this conversation every year. Is a bigger game I think it's a bigger game, believe it or not, for New Mexico State.
Yeah,
because I think Owen, to your point, 0-4 is a tough hole to dig out of. For New Mexico, if they lose this game, they're still in the immediate winnable games. Now, it's not. I'm not telling you it's not a big game for them. Please, that's like saying, Kobe's better than LeBron or LeBron's better, than Michael or whatever. It's not demeaning the other one. I'm not telling you that it's not a big game for New Mexico. I think it's a really big game for New Mexico. I think for New Mexico, this can be a game that launches them to a season that maybe you're hoping for. Right? I don't know that I haven't watched a lot of Liberty. Who'd they play in that opener that they got shut out? Was it Syracuse, right?
Yeah.
I think I saw a little bit of that. I don't know what they...
The thing anyone remembers from that game is Dino, I forget his last name, Syracuse coach, walking on the field, and he kind of just points up to Hugh Freeze, who's laying back in his hospital.
Right. Liberty is 1-2. And who they beat? I don't even know who they beat. And they beat Buffalo 35-17. They lost to Louisiana Lafayette. I mean, that's a winnable game, right? They get Hampton this week. It's a winnable game. I know you're not looking forward to it, but my point is if New Mexico wins, they're in a position now, if they can go win that game there and get to 3-1, go to San Jose to 4-1 potentially, at Colorado State coming in with a quarterback situation that is totally up in the air. And granted, that's a team that you struggle with on an annual basis, but the way it lines up, you're in a position to have something that looks really good, right?
Yes, and for this Lobo team, it's been about finishing. With the last 2 years, they've started 5 weeks in, had an above 500 record, and then fell apart. So for them, it's, can this offense create something with Tabaka Tuioti? Can you flip some of those close games that they've had a couple close games in Mountain Division play? And you go back to last year's Colorado State game. I mean, it was a 2-point loss at the very end.
Well, it's because they couldn't convert on a third down. Yeah. They would have won that game. They should have won that game, I think. But yeah, if you look San Jose State, Hawaii, Boise State, New Mexico, yeah.
So it's about getting off to a really good start and then just putting yourself in position to have to pick off 1 or 2 late in the season when you get your tough Mountain Division opponents like, Utah State, Boise State, and Air Force. And for New Mexico State, if you come out of this then having to host Fresno State, a good football team, but even with Ole Miss, they're not a world beater, but they're still going to be solid favorites over New Mexico State in that trip. You're talking about winning 6 of the next 8 games.
That's a big one for the Aggies. Jerome owes me lunch. Hello, Jerome.
Gentlemen, how are you guys?
Good. I'm hungry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. I got you. But next time I see you, man, I got you covered. We'll figure something out. Hey, I'm on the road to Santa Fe, so if you lose me, then so be it. Hey, so I'm kind of not sure about this Aggie Lobo football game and the Aggie perspective. I'm a Aggie homer, and I'm gonna root for them the whole time, and I'm never ever gonna pick against them. But man, we got to clean some things up on the offensive end of the field, man. We can't keep having holding penalties and fumbles and turnovers. I mean, when we're doing good, we look good, but then we always blow up with something that I just don't like seeing those turnovers. I mean, those will come back to haunt you, especially when you're about to do something really good out of it. But I'm predicting the score. We're going to win 45-28. So an Aggie victory, 45-28, because I don't think the Lobos are anything either. But that's my prediction, 45-28. And yes, Jeffrey, I owe you a drink or I owe you something. So when I run into you the next time, maybe it's at the WAC basketball tournament or something, I got you covered.
Beautiful. Safe travels. See you.
Have a good one, guys.
Later. All right. That back noise was a lot. All right, 2460610. When we come back, we're going to have a conversation with Jerry Palm. He is, of course, of CBSSports.com. You watch him, read him on a regular basis. Wherever we go, we're reminded all too often there's potential danger. Places like churches and theaters and events, they all need to provide security for the people who attend. International Protective Service is a security company that does that. They provide security officers trained to handle dangerous situations, and they need more help. Right now, IPS is looking for off-duty or retired law enforcement officers to fill in the gaps. They've got immediate openings, and depending on your experience, they're starting new hires at $25 an hour. If you've got experience in training, your community needs you. Call 897-2420. That's 897-2420, or go to ipsglobal.com. You can have a role in making New Mexico safe and giving people peace of mind. The bad guys are lurking. Be part of the team that stops them from ruining our favorite public places. Call IPS at 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com. Jerry Palm when we come back on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is now 8:26, and it is also time for another Sports Animal traffic update. Well, right now we just have two accidents to worry about. We have a minor crash westbound I-40 just west of Eubank. Slight delays happening there. We do have another more serious accident eastbound Alameda at 2nd Street. That is in the middle of the road, and now they are starting to divert traffic on eastbound Alameda, now being diverted onto 2nd Street. If you see an accident, make sure and call us on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. Clark's Pet Emporium reminds you just 10 minutes in a parked car at 85 degrees, even with the windows cracked, can be deadly for your pet. Clark's Pet Emporium has loved pets and their owners for almost 50 years. Voted Albuquerque the magazine's best in the city 2018. Clark's on Lomas west of San Mateo, Manal at Juan Tabo, and at clarkspets.com. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
The Jim Rome Show.
The Sports Animal has been in existence a quarter of a century. This radio station is so amazing. I have been on that station 25 years. I'm really, really grateful for that. Really thankful for that. Albuquerque is an incredible jungle market.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
A better life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
If you're trying to quit smoking, can e-cigarettes help you kick the habit? I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, CNN's chief medical correspondent. I've been talking a lot lately about the potential dangers of vaping. But are e-cigs less dangerous than traditional combustible cigarettes? The answer is probably, but there's still a lot more research to be done here. A new study out of France did find that adult smokers who vape are more likely to quit using cigarettes. But e-cigarettes also increase the risk of relapse in some former smokers. The study's lead author said it's not clear why vaping led some people to relapse, but to remember, people who are using electronic cigarettes are still addicted to nicotine. If they have withdrawal symptoms but can't vape, or their vape isn't satisfying, then they are more likely to smoke again, he said. And again, I'll remind you, nicotine is one of the hardest habits out there to shake. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
Get to Kohl's and buy more, save more. Take an extra 20% off when you spend $100 or more. Or take 15% off. Plus, take an extra $10 off your $50 men's or women's style event purchase. Plus, get Kohl's Cash this weekend at Kohl's. Select styles. Offers valid through September 22nd. 15 and 20% offers with promo code HOTBUYS. 10 off 50 women's offer with promo code FALLSTYLE10. Men's with promo code MENSSTYLE10. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
This morning you're up early because you're at the DMV. So many people, it takes so much time. Do you have the right form? Are you in the right line? Your number E42, right after C23. This is confusing when your morning is hell. Just go to Taco Bell.
When you've had a morning, let us make you breakfast. Like Taco Bell's Breakfast Crunch Wrap. Everything you love about breakfast, wrapped up and grilled to go. At participating locations during breakfast hours.
Guys, if you could feel better, wouldn't you? The better question is, if you could feel better, why would you not? Of course you would, and you can with NuMale. It's Jeff Symbieta. NuMale has helped guys all over the country. Guys who are lacking energy, dealing with hair loss, low T, and erectile dysfunction. All things that are natural as men reach a certain age is nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, the only thing to be ashamed of is if you don't do anything about it. Call NuMale at 652-1688 and feel better. NuMale offers cutting-edge programs, the latest treatments, which have benefited guys everywhere. Guys like you who are done feeling fatigued, done feeling a lack of energy, done dealing with erectile dysfunction. Call NuMale. 652-1688. NuMale is right here in Albuquerque and has a tremendous success rate. If you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, depression, tired of being tired, and just want to feel better, NuMale is for you. Call NuMale at 652-1688, 652-1688, and feel better.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Quan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Quan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Quan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit quans.com.
It's the best time of the year to play golf, and you have access to one of the best spots anywhere to do just that. The beautiful Sandia Golf Club, a great golf course, unprecedented views, and a first-class, second-to-none experience. As summer winds down and we roll into fall, take advantage of all that Sandia has to offer, like outstanding rates Monday through Friday, just $74. That includes green fees, golf cart, GPS, and range balls. Even better, twilight rates begin at 2 o'clock, and fees are as low as $49. And it's not too late to take advantage of the best loyalty program in the business, Sandia's Champions Club. For just $199, you unlock the best rates available, discounted apparel, and incentives for joining, including some free golf. Stay up to date on the latest happenings. Follow Sandia Golf on Facebook and Instagram for all the up-to-the-second info, plus monthly instructional tips from their incredible professional staff. Sandia Golf Club, there's nothing like it. Book tee times and get more info at sandiagolf.com or call 505-798-3990.
Hi, I'm Raymond Denon, Vice President of Optima Tax Relief. If you're in debt to the IRS, there's a lot you
Afternoon, 2:38, Dream Style Stadium. 2:38 kickoff. The rivalry of enchantment. 110th meeting between the Lobos and Aggies. You can listen to it over on News Radio KKOB. Looking forward to seeing you all out there. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Smell that? I love the smell of J. Palm in the morning. Catch up with our good friend Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com. I know you're coming out. I got a hotel room for you for the big rivalry of enchantment, the biggest game on the calendar this year.
You know, you should have let me know sooner. I probably could have made that happen.
1 year, Jerry. 1 year. You'll get out here for the bowl game or for the big rivalry of enchantment. Who you got, New Mexico or New Mexico State?
New Mexico.
All right. Fair enough.
I thought they put up a pretty good fight at Notre Dame last week. You know, as well as they could possibly manage.
Bob Davie was with us on Tuesday, and I said the same thing. It's hard to sit here at 66-14 and say they put up a good fight, but if you watch the game for the first quarter and a half, quarter and 3/4, like they didn't get blown off the line. There was a pick six. It was a 7-0 game. I absolutely agree with you. I thought,
I thought, I mean, look, they were going to get overmatched at some point, but I didn't really see a lot of quit in them.
Yeah, no,
I thought they went up there and represented themselves probably as best they could against a team with just overwhelming
Well, we're on
talent.
the same page. We got a really cool caricature. Josh, we're on the television now, and so he found a cool caricature. It's like one of those when you go to the state fair, a guy draws your picture.
Yep.
I don't know where he found it, but it's really good. It looks just like
Oh, me? The
Yeah.
one of me?
Yeah. the one of
You know
you.
where I got that?
Nope.
The first college football playoff media party. They had someone doing those.
Is that right?
And I usually those are bad, but I actually kind of like that one. Somebody said I look like a geeky Rob Lowe in that.
Oh, I see it.
caricature.
Yeah, actually, I see it. No, it's really good. Yeah, so we're using that as your profile
I wasn't
picture.
sure if that was a compliment or not.
No,
but,
it's
you know.
really good. You look like Rob Lowe. Take it and run, man, and go see if you can get chicks. No, you've got one. Never mind. All right, we start Friday with good ones. So somebody told you last Thursday on this radio show to look out for Air Force over Colorado. They beat Colorado. They go on the blue where they play Boise State pretty tough. Like I think there's another opportunity for Air Force.
Yeah, on our expert picks this week, I picked Air Force to at least cover that game.
Yes.
I picked Boise to win, but Air Force to cover. I
Work
think
together.
they're going to give them trouble. Teams like Air Force are hard to prepare for. Now, in conference games, you see them every year. It's a little different than, say, when Michigan plays Army, but it's still, it's still a hard thing to simulate in practice. It's not a trivial exercise to play a team like Air Force or one of the service academies playing that triple option offense. So, yeah, I think that they can give Boise a game.
All right, the other Friday night one is Utah USC. SC with a tough loss. Are they dead man walking now? Can they salvage something? Because Utah's really, really good, I think people think, out west, and SC is just stumbling.
Yeah, they caught Stanford by surprise, and Stanford is struggling, too. I know they've got a lot of injuries on both lines of scrimmage, Stanford does. And in that game with USC, they didn't have KJ Costello, and, of course, USC was playing without JT Daniels, and all of a sudden they spring a backup on us that nobody had, film on, really, and BYU did a really good job of neutralizing him, and I think, now, as the season goes on, I think it's going to be tougher for him as defenses get to study him, and Utah's defense is really good. I just think that's a tough matchup for USC.
Jerry, we saw Penn State hold on over Pittsburgh 17-10 last week. The big one in the Big Ten, Michigan, Wisconsin. Can the Wolverines figure it out offensively, and can Wisconsin pick up a big win?
Well, Michigan seems to have their number a little bit, and I think that part of it is that Wisconsin is so dependent on the run, and Michigan is generally good at taking that away. And that's the game plan for Michigan. I'm not overly concerned about Michigan's offense. It's still a new offense. They've only played it for, 2 games? So it's or 3 games, I guess. So they're still, getting their feet under them there. I think long-term Michigan will be okay offensively, but I don't know that they're going to be great against Wisconsin anyway, because that's a good team on both sides of the ball, and their line of scrimmage, they're really good. If Michigan's going to win this game, they got to make Jonathan Taylor work for his yards. They're going to give him the ball a lot, and if they can take him away or neutralize him to the point that they have to start relying on that quarterback, then I think Michigan has a chance to win this game.
Jerry Palm, CBSSports.com, is with us on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline.
What has your impression been so far of Ohio State? New coach Ryan Day taking over, and, of course, the quarterback.
They look great. Their offense is clicking. No surprise there. They've got a ton of talent. The defense looks better than last year. Not that would be much of a standard. Ohio State's defense was not especially good last year, and especially by Ohio State standards. But, they look like the best team in the Big Ten, and I don't see, in that league anyway, a good challenger at the moment. Maybe Wisconsin.
Can Pitt do? I think a lot of people out west, the Mountain West fans, are certainly hoping the UCF gets knocked off somewhere. Is this a chance for UCF to get knocked off at Pittsburgh?
Only if they don't take the game seriously.
Yeah.
If UCF shows up and plays the way they're capable, no. Pitt gave Penn State a pretty good game. You can't read too much into those in-state rivalry games.
Right.
And Pitt's not terrible, but they're a middle to bottom half of the ACC level team,
which is saying something
the team
right
that
now.
UCF just beat is better.
Yeah, well, the ACC is struggling. I watched the Boston College, Kansas, and let's give
Not
Les
a good
Miles.
league. It's Clemson.
Yeah,
and what is it? 13 dwarves.
Well, maybe Virginia. I don't know, but I watched Boston College. I'm giving Les Miles a lot of credit, but boy, they looked horrible against Kansas at home.
Yeah. And that's the thing is that, you say maybe Virginia. Virginia might be the best of the others,
Right.
but is the best of the others really going to be? I mean, Virginia could win 9 games.
No.
I mean, somebody's got to win the other division. It's unlikely that Clemson's going 13-0 and the rest of the conference is going 6-6, right? Somebody's going to be really bad, and somebody's going to be relatively good, but that doesn't mean they're going to be actually good.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Notre Dame, Georgia is really kind of the big national, gigantic look at game. We just talked about Notre Dame and New Mexico. Everybody's on Georgia. I am. I'm going to assume you are too.
Yeah, I am. I like him to cover the 13, but I don't like him to cover it by a ton. I think for Notre Dame, the key is being able to run the football and be diverse offensively. I think if it's just Ian Book drop back and let Georgia's D-line and linebackers pin their ears back and come after him, I think it's a long day for Notre Dame. You're going to have to be able to run the ball and make Georgia respect that part of their offense so that Ian Book has a chance to throw. And then, he's a good player. He's got some weapons. And then Notre Dame's defense is really going to be tested as well. But, these are two really good teams. And this is a much more important game for Notre Dame. Because if Georgia loses this and they go 12-1 and they win the SEC, they're still in the playoffs. If Notre Dame loses this,
correct.
Who do they have left on their schedule that gives them a chance? They go to Michigan, but the rest of they've got 5 ACC games on their schedule. We just talked about that.
Yep.
Clemson's not one of them, and the rest of their schedule, other than the game at Michigan, does nothing for you. 11-1, Notre Dame winning at Michigan, unless Michigan wins the Big Ten, which doesn't look likely. I don't really see much playoff hope for Notre Dame if they get beat this week.
Well, Jerry, it was a sloppy ending last week, Arizona State, Michigan State, but Arizona State gets the win. They're 3-0. What do you make of Herm Edwards and the Sun Devils this year?
Well, that's a good win. You go, it's a 3-time zone road trip, and you go up to East Lansing. It's a tough place to play, and they shut down what's a pretty mediocre Michigan State offense. But, their defense is really good, and they found a way to get the W, and yeah, the kicking game for Michigan State was a problem, and obviously there was a problem also with Pac-10 refs on the final kick attempt as well. But
always is.
Look, you're Michigan State. You scored 7 points. You have problems, and while it's unfortunate the refs missed a guy jumping over the line of scrimmage, which is almost impossible to miss. There's no guarantee he would have made the second kick anyway.
Jerry, lastly, as your group of 5 representative in the New Year's Six, I know you've got UCF, and UCF is ranked higher. If Boise State runs the table, wouldn't their resume with a win, a true road win at Florida State, that would include a road win at BYU, beating Wyoming Air Force, isn't that more impressive than what Central Florida would have done? They would have had a win over Stanford and Temple.
Pitt.
And Pitt, okay, and Pitt, and I guess we'll watch how it plays out.
Temple is a league game.
Yeah, but they'd still have that on there. So is Air Force.
Houston, Memphis. I think it's probably a closer call than people assume, but I would still bet on UCF.
Really?
Yeah, I just think the American Conference top to bottom overall is still a little better.
Yeah, and I think the Mountain West is making a run this year. I mean, as far as
the Mountain West is off to a really good start, no question.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to be closer than people think.
Yeah,
if it's those two, it'll be closer than people think. I also think there's a better chance that Boise doesn't make it to 13-0.
I agree with that. No, I think they get tripped up somewhere along the way, potentially at BYU. They get Wyoming at home. The one that I'm looking at is the Utah State game on November 25th.
Road trips in that league are different than road trips in just about any other league.
No, it's inarguable. It's inarguable. The elevation changes.
The conditions that you play in some of those stadiums, whether it's elevation or weather or whatever, versus really just about any other conference.
Yes,
it's just different in the Mountain West to have to do that.
No, I appreciate you realizing that because I think that's true. All right, man. Enjoy the weekend. We'll do it again next week. Always appreciate the conversation. Thanks, Jerry.
All right, thanks.
Read him every day, CBSSports.com. He is Jerry Palm. I love the smell of J. Palm in the morning. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
ABQ ER and Hospital is changing the way you see ER in Albuquerque. We promise to see each patient within 10 minutes of arrival. ABQ ER and Hospital is now offering $25 school physicals, with 100% of proceeds donated back to the schools.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to NewMexicoHighlands.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Perez Collision Center is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks and Albuquerque Boxing. Perez Collision Center offers expert knowledge on any of your auto body and paint needs. Give them a call today, 505-254-4655, or stop by for a visit at 2415 2nd Street Northwest in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Perez Collision Center.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that could happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger.
Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick.
Take 32.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not just a job at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, give Nathan Smith at Realty Executives Advantage a call. With over 18 years of real estate experience and nearly $1 billion of sales, leases, and evaluations, Nathan has the experience and the track record to get the job done. His main objective is to become your trusted real estate advisor. Give Nathan a call. Take advantage of the best offers now. It's about building a long-term relationship, and he wants to be your realtor for life.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Jules, who can light it up more than a cow?
Cows are fun.
Hope you enjoyed Jerry Palm. He's with us every Thursday here on the Sports Animal.
And you probably did because you heard every single take.
Yeah, Hoser, how come his phone sounded so good today?
Because I worked with him.
Did you work with him? Josh found a really nice caricature from the first
that was his
CFP.
Twitter avatar for a while.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was nice. It was pretty. Join 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal at Hooters on San Mateo, Thursday, October 10th. From 3 to 6. It's the 4th annual Great Paper Football Challenge and a chance to win a deluxe drive-away, including 2 nights, premium lodging, tickets to Kansas City and Broncos on Thursday Night Football, October 17th, and a $250 Visa gift card, plus tons of prizes, and, this is the best part, a good time for all.
Hey, can we participate in that, or
I don't know. Go
we're
look
not
at the
allowed
rules.
because we work?
I think you can. For full details and to register, log on to our website at sportsanimалabq.com. The 4th annual Great Paper Football Challenge brought to you by Bud Light Platinum, brewed for the night, and 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal. Bud Light Platinum, brewed for the night. Oh, that's the first I heard of that one. All right, where do you come out with Jerry on that? He likes Georgia. He likes UCF over Boise State if they both run the table.
I think Boise State will have the better resume at the end of the season.
I agree.
Because to me, a win at Florida State and potentially UCF getting a win at Pittsburgh, that's a wash.
Okay.
Like Florida State's not good.
All right.
Pittsburgh's not good. So you look at
Stanford.
Is Stanford going to be better than beating BYU?
No, a home win against Stanford or a road win at BYU. I think BYU is more impressive. Mm-hmm. Their best conference win would probably be Temple. Boise State's would be at Utah State.
Now, the only problem there is UCF has a head start in the polls.
Mm-hmm. They do. They do. They're 15th, 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 I don't know that they're both going to run the table. I really believe Utah State's going to beat Boise State. That's where I sit right now. Now, let's see what happens. Make sure Jordan Love stays healthy and we get there. But I believe that I think Boise State gets a battle on Friday night of this week. I think Air Force goes up there and battles them. Air Force plays them tough every year. Beat them a couple of years ago. That was in Colorado Springs. But I think Air Force gives them a game, and I like Air Force in the points. It was 9.5. I'll take 9.5, won't you?
I would.
Yeah, I like that too. Lobos are favored by 4.5 was the latest line I saw over New Mexico State this week, and that game is at Dream South Stadium, and Tavaka Tuioti was with us earlier. If you didn't hear that, that'll be available for you on our social media. We'll talk about that game. We got NFL stuff to talk about. Little Tommy news. Tommy is a little nicked up too. At this point of the season, everybody's a little banged up and bruised.
Wow.
Baker Mayfield is down one of his targets for the next 4 weeks or so. Cam Newton probably isn't going to go. Man, you better hit the waiver. Oh, speaking of the waiver wire. Speaking of the waiver wire. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, the Golden Hoster. Josh is producing over on the ProView networks. We're on television as well. Boy, do we look good on radio. It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610. Lee! Sports Animal.
Westwood One Radio Network. Drew Brees underwent surgery on his throwing hand Wednesday. Coach Sean Payton says Brees will avoid going on IR for now, and the team will evaluate on a week-to-week basis. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reports Cam Newton is unlikely to play Sunday against Arizona. Newton missed practice Wednesday and remains in a walking boot while he deals with a foot injury he aggravated during last Thursday's loss to the Buccaneers. Kyle Allen is set to start Sunday if Newton can't play. Tom Brady was limited in practice Wednesday due to a calf injury. Rappaport reports Brady's injury is considered minor. The Cowboys released defensive end Taco Charlton, which is something he wanted. The former first-round pick was inactive for Dallas' first 2 games and has been unhappy with his role on the team. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Ever wanted to speak another language? Babbel can get you confidently speaking Spanish, French, or German within weeks.
I just started learning Spanish with Babbel, and it's really helping my pronunciation.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas? Haha, I got it! I wish I had tried Babbel sooner.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Is the quick language. Go to Babbel.com or download the app and try it for free. That's Babbel, Babbel.com to try.
Join 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal, at Hooters on San Mateo Thursday, October 10th from 3 till 6 for the 4th annual Great Paper Football Challenge and a chance to win a deluxe drive-away including 2 nights premium lodging, tickets to Kansas City versus the Denver Broncos on Thursday Night Football, October 17th, and a $250 gift card, plus tons of prizes and a good time for all. For full details and to register, log on to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. It's brought to you by Bud Light Platinum, brewed for the night, and The Sports Animal.
It's not about the credit card. It's about experiencing that first flight. It's not about the auto loan. It's about your son's first car. At Kirtland Federal Credit Union, it's not about banking or loans. It's about people. It's about managing your finances easy so you can spend your time on more important things. Start your journey today at kirtlandfcu.org. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. We're more than military. We're for life.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal opportunity lender. Approval and rate based on creditworthiness and other factors. Membership eligibility required. See a representative for complete details.
Leonard Tire and Automotive has helped with Cooper Tires, installation, repairs. You should really think about trusting your tire and automotive repair jobs with them. Leonard Tire Automotive been a family-run business. And one of the things I like about them, there's never been a hassle with them ever. Leonard Tire and Automotive is also car care. Change your oil almost quick as the quick stops can. They do engine repair, tune-ups, just about anything you need done on your vehicle. Stop by and see old Travis or Don Leonard today at Leonard Tire and Automotive. They're good folks, they really are. Second in Loma, so Eubank and Manal.
Today, business happens here, and virtually anywhere. Because today, innovative companies are reinventing the way business happens. And they need people who can keep up. With the expertise and technology to get packages to over 150 million delivery points. So, who can help you deliver the future of commerce? The United States Postal Service. See why we deliver more e-commerce packages to homes than anyone at USPS.com/future.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical, not for sale to minors. Website restricted to adults 21 and over.
Let's be real. Most smokers aren't looking for some overcomplicated vaping machine. That's why we created MyBlue. MyBlue is simple. Our pre-filled liquid pods mean there's no mess. One charge and MyBlue lasts all day. And with our range of flavors and nicotine options, you have a choice. MyBlue answers on what matters for smokers. Real nicotine satisfaction. And right now, try MyBlue for $1 at select retailers or myblue.com.
O'Reilly! It's O-Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts, where you can earn bonus points on more than 250 offers. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store today or browse through our offers at O'ReillyAuto.com, where you can earn double points shopping online. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Technology Truths, brought to you by Geico.
Technology Truths.
Truth. Teenagers can communicate entirely in emojis.
How was
last spot
day party? Pizza slice, kitten, soccer ball, pineapple?
Truth. It's so easy to switch and save on car insurance at Geico.com.
What are you talking about? Paperclip, shoulder shrug, high five, wizard hat? What?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Big week starts tonight. NFL Thursday Night Football. Big game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's big for the Titans as well, but I think it's essential.
Huge.
For Jacksonville. Gigantic. Nobody's ever seen a game like this. Nobody's ever seen a bigger game. Believe me, I know big games, and nobody's ever seen a bigger one.
Believe me.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Jeff, JJ, and the Golden Hoster. Josh produces for you over on the ProView Networks. Bad Street said Lancer is the answer. Jeff, Channel 13 does have a new weather girl. They've really taken their game to the next level. Crush might not be able to control himself. The only problem, he says, this one's married. Like you had a chance. How does that work when you're getting up at 2 a.m. every weekday? Look, that's part of their deal, man. Look at Bad Street's already got like the whole bio down. All right, I have an investigator. She's married. She gets up at 2 a.m. She's out of Edwards League. All right. Good. Feel better now?
Good.
Yes. Feel better. All right. So Tommy is got an issue. Tommy didn't practice this week. We'll walk over to
Does he need practice?
They have the Jets, right?
You probably don't.
Will the Jets over underscore if I gave you 13 points this week, over under against New England? The Jets will score. You're going under, right?
Going
under.
under.
What if I made it 9.5?
I'd go over.
So you think they're going to score 10 points? You think that's their number? How? Like where are they? How are they scoring points? Who's their quarterback? Luke
Over
Falk?
under 3.5 points. Let's push it as low as we can.
Yeah.
Are they getting shut out like the Dolphins? Will this team kick a field goal?
Well, see, so the Patriots have given up 3 points in 2 games. They played against Mason. No, Ben Roethlisberger played that whole game. Ben Roethlisberger.
Yep.
And then whatever the Dolphins throw at them, and now they're getting Luke Falk. Like, who says you don't play these guys at preseason? These are like preseason games for the Patriots, aren't they?
Their division is preseason.
Their division is preseason.
Bills are coming. Come on, Josh.
I think the Bills are decent, don't you?
I do. I agree.
I think their defense is legit. Josh Allen is coming of age. He's got weapons. They've got a run game. Like, I think the Bills, I'm not telling you I think they're going to win the division, because they're not.
They're not winning the division, but you look at Buffalo, and they should have 4 wins themselves by not tripping up against the Jets, which they almost did in week 1. But that was still Sam Darnold, not fully mono yet, and they came back, really took over that game. in the second half, they could be in the wild card race.
They beat the Jets and the Giants. They get their home opener against Cincinnati this week. And then,
Kings of New York.
That's right.
Buffalo
They're the best. Well, they're the only team that plays in New York. They are. They're the Kings of New York. I guess Tommy was limited yesterday at practice, right? Because he's got bumps and bruises. The Browns have lost David Njoku, their tight end. He has got wrist surgery coming. He left the Monday night game with a concussion, and now he's got
he broke his wrist and got concussed in the same play.
Yeah.
And he got undercut, and he was like, "Goosh! Skadoosh on the football field."
He's got skadooshed right there the whole way. I don't know how big that is for them. They get the Rams this week? They got to go to L.A., right?
No, they're at home.
LA's
got to go to Cleveland.
Oh, that's Sunday night?
Sunday Night Football.
I get Sunday night Ram football.
Mm-hmm.
How good is that?
It's got to be a wing night, huh? When the Cowboys play on Sunday night, that's my wing night.
I'm not a big wing guy.
You're not really?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
What's your favorite football snack or food you like to eat? Barbecue? Some steak?
All right, yeah. I
fish sticks?
I as much as I enjoy watching football, I just don't eat a ton during.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I might make some breakfast during the early game.
Oh, okay.
Get up about middle of the game and make a little breakfast, some coffee and some eggs.
Mm.
But no, I'm not a big. I've never been a big wing guy. You like wings?
I like chicken nuggets. We take all boneless wings. Yes, sir.
What's your dipping sauce?
Depends.
Barbecue,
like if it's
honey mustard. I like chicken nuggets
with hot flavors. I'll use a little bit of ranch.
Yeah.
But I'm a big garlic parm fan.
Ooh, garlic parm. Yeah.
And which you don't need any dipping sauce.
Yeah. What kind of wings do you make at the house then?
I don't make them. I buy them.
Well, but you gotta prepare. Oh, you just buy them prepared?
Yep.
All right. Where'd you go?
Where do I go?
Yeah.
Oh, Wingstop is my stop.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like Wingstop wings for sure.
I like boneless wings too. I don't call them nuggets, so I call them boneless wings.
So there's no Wingstop in Los Lunas.
I call it what it is. It's a chicken nugget.
All right.
There's no Wingstop in Los Lunas. So I drive, the 60-mile round trip.
Jeez
so if
Louise.
Wingstop wants to sponsor me, by all means, maybe there's an opportunity there.
60 miles for wings?
Yeah. And that's why I only do it on
They don't
special
have
occasions.
something better down in Los Lunas where you live?
Business opportunity, y'all. Business opportunity.
Yes. If I had the money, I would open one down Los Lunas.
You should.
For sure.
You should. All right. It's that good, huh?
I think so.
What's
I
your
like
favorite
it.
flavor?
The original hot with a little lemon pepper on the side for the wife and kids.
Yeah.
And then maybe sometimes some mango habanero,
Ooh,
the
mango
kids like to
habanero.
go a little hot sometimes, or hotter than hot. So.
Yeah.
And we're all breathing.
Wow.
And
all right, I got to start thinking about upping my food game.
There
That's
you
why
go.
I've got my girlish figure. So I just don't eat
that
it
is
that
true.
much.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do look.
Yeah, I look
spiffy.
svelte
In blue.
All right. So and then I want to get into this a little bit and because I've heard a lot of conversation and I've seen the Colin Kaepernick agent has been calling. You are absolutely, and I'm with you on this, by the way, under the impression that Colin Kaepernick's time is come and gone. He's taboo, right? Like there is no way he is getting a shot back in the NFL again, correct?
Yes, he's the poster child for everything that's gone on. While you still have Eric Reed and Kenny Stills protesting during the national anthem, Kaepernick was the one that got blackballed, pushed out. But I also think Kaepernick is fine with his interests that he is currently with right now.
Fine with his interest that he is now. What does that mean?
Well, with the Nike.
Yeah.
With the foundations that he's working with, the Kaepernick Foundation, doing the things that his life now revolves around. And while he's still in shape and as he has been training, I don't see all of the sudden him coming back now. I think that story is told, and what we saw with Colin Kaepernick, the run he had, that's going to be the main football memory you have with the 49ers going to Super Bowl.
Okay. What do you make of the argument, the sheer football argument? Now, and it's harder when you're seeing guys like Luke Falk play quarterback. Okay, his last season he was 1-10, and the other piece of this is, and I was trying to think of this when I was listening to it. He's been out of football for this is third season. Give me one guy and I'll open this to any sport. Give me a guy who came back from a 3-year hiatus, because I cannot think of one. Can you get? And so this is social stuff completely aside. Can you give me an athlete who came back from a 3-year hiatus and performed at a high level?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Yeah, I can't either. And I've been thinking about it. For whatever that induced the hiatus, whether it was injury, retirement, military service might be the one, right? You might be able to go back to the Ted Williams times, right, for military service. But in the modern, I say, give me since the 70s. I'm struggling to find a guy, and Michael Jordan is the closest thing I have, but he played baseball. It's not like he just, and I don't, how long was he gone? How long did he play baseball?
Only a year.
It wasn't even 3 years, right? So
2 years.
Who is, if you're a franchiser, I mean, don't you think that's part of it? He hasn't played the game in 3 years. He was 1-10 in his last season with the 49ers. His passing stats, he threw 16 touchdowns and 4 interceptions for a rating of 90.7 and a 1-10 record. So his rating, his stats, aside from the 1-loss record, are not horrible. He fumbled 9 times and lost 3 of them in those 12 games. He started 11 of them. I've heard the argument that he's not playing because of football numbers. You don't believe that.
No.
And you can make the argument that his football numbers aren't great and he shouldn't be in front of and pick your litany of quarterbacks, but it's hard to say he shouldn't be playing instead of Luke Falk or I'll even give you Gardner Minshew, right? But if you factor everything in, I understand it.
It's not happening.
Yeah. All right, 2460610. We got to take this break. Alan, we're going to get to you as soon as we come back. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, and Hoser will give away tickets to go see Leonard Skinner at 9:25 on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, give Nathan Smith at Realty Executives Advantage a call. With over 18 years of real estate experience and nearly $1 billion of sales, leases, and evaluations, Nathan has the experience and the track record to get the job done. His main objective is to become your trusted real estate advisor. Give Nathan a call. Take advantage of the best offers now. It's about building a long-term relationship, and he wants to be your realtor for life.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
The night, Jaguars Titans here on your home for the National Football League, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, and the Golden Hoster. 246-0610. 888-922-0610. Let's go to it. Alan, thanks for holding. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. How you living, Alan?
Pretty well. I'm very grateful for each day. Hey, a couple things. I think as far as your guys coming back after 3 years, I think really the only place that can happen, or is likely to have happened in this in the last several years anyway, is on the pro golf circuit, where guys after they get into their 40s, they cut back until they turn 50 and
get on
into
the senior tour. Yeah, but that's a different world. Yeah,
that might be the only place. The other thing is I just wanted to tell you guys how much I appreciate you folks having guys like Jerry Palm on. The conversations that you folks generate and he's able to feed off of just educate the sports fan. And that's what I really appreciate about you folks having guys like him and other guests on your show. I really appreciate it. Folks, have a good weekend. I hope the Aggies win, and y'all take care.
Thank you, Alan. Appreciate that. And thanks for the kind words. Jerry's been a good guest for a long time for us. And you know, I've met Jerry years ago, and I've told you this. Jerry goes back to when JJ and I worked at the Closet down on Central on that afternoon show. Yeah.
The Big Show.
On the Big Show. Yeah. Jerry's been a guest of ours since then, and I've gotten to meet Jerry at a couple of national championship games over the years. And it's I agree with Alan. I appreciate him saying that. I think it just brings a lot of really solid content and a different perspective, and a perspective that probably we need locally to that. So thanks to that. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. I can't think of a player, and I know Colin Kaepernick's agent. I've been reading, so I don't know. I just know what I read, that he's been calling teams. So he would call Pittsburgh, and he would call New Orleans, and he would call the Jets. And to your point, I think that ship has sailed, and for all of the reasons, the football reasons, the social reasons, the financial reasons. It was interesting to me to listen to some of the stuff yesterday. And I just looked up the numbers, and then I started thinking, man, give me a guy, and I don't have one. I've thought, give me a person. It could be a woman too. You know, a woman. Serena came back from having a baby, but it certainly wasn't 3 years. Whoa.
Time out, fellas.
You got one?
It is 9/19 on 9/19. Sorry, I just had to. I thought that's never going to happen in our lifetime, I guess.
It's 9/19 on 9/19.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to happen again tonight.
Of 2019.
Yes. So 9/19.
9/19/19.
Well, it'll happen We'll have 919 at 919.
Yes,
next year.
yeah. So it'll have. Well, no, but not.
But not in 2019.
Not yeah. It'll be 2020.
So
9/19/19, and right now we're at 9/19/19. 20 seconds left in that. Whoa! Mind
I'm
blown.
just absorbing the moment.
Yeah, take it in a moment. 15 seconds. 10 seconds.
I just love the smell of J. Palm in the morning.
Anyway, back to Jerry Palm and
5 seconds. No, JJ, wait. Okay, now carry on.
I don't know. I want to wait a little longer.
Okay, you can do that too.
I just want to sit here in silence now.
Yeah, all right.
Enjoy the silence.
Wow, I don't even know where to go from there. I honestly don't. If you got one for me, let me know, because I'd love to have it. What do you think of the way Eli handled yesterday? What do you think of the way what he said?
It was solid. He's a stand-up. It's what you'd expect, a veteran guy who's extremely disappointed and frustrated. But when you have someone that's selected in the top 10, you know what's coming. And it's not all on Eli. I get it, but, well, it really is when you look at it. The team's not good. They have to start moving on. And where do you start? It's with the quarterback. And you believe you have someone to grow, be the future of the franchise. Here we are.
Well, we'll find out if it's all on Eli. I mean, if Daniel Jones starts winning, then you'll say, wow, it was on Eli. I think they're going to continue to lose, and you're going to say, oh, it's not all on Eli, but it is time to continue to move forward. Best line was, I'm not dying.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not dead. I'm here, and I don't agree with it. But
quarterback.
But it's I'm
It
here.
was a Manning type of response, right?
It
I mean,
was,
you
and I heard
expected
people.
that.
So then I hear the pundits going, "Well, I'm so sick of so what? Eli handled it great. That's guy who's going to rip you. Because if he doesn't handle it that way, you're going to beat him up. That's our business sometimes, and it bothers me.
But they want him, huh? They want him to react differently.
Of course they do. And
Come
they're
on,
going to
stop
rip
being
it.
the nice guy.
So then they're going to rip the people who say, "Oh, look, Eli responded well." What do you want, man? Like that's my whole thing with this is, what do you want guys to do? That guy stood there. I want you to think how you would handle something. I want so a younger guy comes in and takes your job, and basically what they're telling you is, and whatever it is you do, whether you're a banker or you sell insurance or you're in construction or you're in radio, whatever it is you do, somebody younger comes in and they say, "Yep, you're done. You don't have it anymore." And you're thinking, "Yeah, I do. My fastball still zings. I still have it." Nope, you're out. Back up. This guy's coming in, but you're going to stay here. You're going to back him up in case he fails or in case he gets hurt. You're here. And then you got to go talk about it to the media. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? Are you going to handle it that way?
Walk the company line, man. Right?
Now, granted,
as a professional, you need to walk the company.
Well, and we say all the time, you can't compare your life to sports, right? And granted, Eli's getting $17 million this year to have the young guy. And so if they were going to tell you get your $17 million and you don't have to work as much, you'd be all over it. But you see my point?
Yeah, no, I see.
What would you say? Now, what he says to his wife, what he says to his dad, what he says to his family, that's a different thing, and that's fine.
And I think that's what they want to hear. They want to hear the behind the scenes.
You know what?
But you're not getting it. You're right. You're
Good
not getting
for
it.
him. But many guys would say that. Many guys do say that.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Many guys.
And then we rip him for that. We enjoy it, but then we rip
and then you
him.
got to be a team guy, and he's ripping the team apart. Now, how long can he stick around? No, it's kind of, look, he's been nothing but great. He saw this coming. By all indications, he's helped this guy. Who was the quarterback who said it's not my job? It was Drew Brees, right? No, who was it? Who was a quarterback a couple last year that they drafted a young guy? He says it's not my job. It might have been Eli. It's not my job to mentor him. Right? And he's right. It's not my job to prepare him to take my job. He's right.
Wasn't it Rodgers? It was Aaron Rodgers.
Was it Rodgers? Yeah. Who'd they draft?
Oh, some guy who's still waiting.
All right.
Joe Flacco said it.
It was Joe Flacco.
Oh,
Yeah.
Flacco. Oh, okay.
And then he took his job. But he's not wrong. That's my whole point.
Right, yeah.
But you loved that. Oh, Joe Flacco, right?
Hey,
now Joe Flacco's your quarterback in Denver.
Well, he said that this year with Drew Lock.
That's what it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's exactly what it was. Yeah, it's how quickly we forget. It's exactly what it was. It's not my job to train you to take my job. My job is to do my job. Support from our
Unless I'm leaving voluntarily, then I'll train you.
That's how it is. That's exactly how it is. Hey, you're shopping for your first house? Maybe it's been a few years since you've owned a home. You're back in the market. It's pretty hard, I know, to come up with the down payment for a home, and that's why Kirtland Federal Credit Union is offering Jump Start. Jump Start's a down payment assistance program. It provides grant up to $6,000 towards your down payment. Jump Start's there for first-time home buyers and for those who've not owned a home in the last 3 years. To see if you qualify, talk to my friends over at Kirtland Federal Credit Union's Home Loan Center. You can stop by and see them at the new Home Loan Center, centrally located on the northeast corner of Jefferson and Osuna, right in the heart of town. Or you can give them a call, 1-800-880-5328. That's 1-800-880-5328. All the details are online at kirtlandfcu.org/jumpstart. That's kirtlandfcu.org/jumpstart. Kirtland Federal Credit Union, they're more than military. They are for life. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, federally insured by the NCUA. Got a pair of tickets to give away. We'll do it now to go see Leonard Skinner. It is going to be on
the 22nd,
which is Sunday, down at Isleta. We got 2 tickets, and they can be yours if you are caller number.
Caller 5.
Right now, 246-0610. Call it 246-0610. You'll win those tickets courtesy of your good friend Josue.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
At 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Jim Rome Show.
If I'm a player in Nevada, that's tough. You lose a guy that you love. Alfred is not Eric Musselman. Not as good a coach, not as good a guy, and they're not going to like playing for him as much, I hate to say.
Weekdays at 10, the Sports Animal.
You've been hurt at work and you're having a tough time recovering. Did you know medical marijuana might be an option? In New Mexico, workers' compensation has its own court, and you need a lawyer that specializes in workers' comp. That's Fogel Law Firm. They'll work with your insurance company to get you what you're entitled to under the law. Personal injury lawyers don't have expertise for workers' comp claims. Call the experts for a free consultation at the Fogel Law Firm, 255-9092 or FOGEL-lawfirm.com.
When we spend money on a home improvement project, we want it to look great, but also want it to pay for itself. I'm Scott Stigler. My friend Andy Pomeroy at Windsor Door Sales let me in on a little secret. A new garage door returns almost 98% of the cost in home value. Ever look at garage doors on your street? Honestly, most are plain and boring. But then there's the one that looks so classy. Upgrade yours by calling 345-6604 or go to windsordoorsales.com. Family owned and trusted in New Mexico since 1970.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/score. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/score. That's ZipRecruiter.com/score. ZipRecruiter.com/score.
Your backyard should be an oasis, not a challenge. With Steel, you can enjoy great value on tools that will get you there. Right now, take advantage of special pricing on the reliable Steel MS250 chainsaw. Just $299.95 for a limited time. Real Steel. Find yours. Find a dealer at STIHLdealers.com. All prices MSRP. Offer valid for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last. See dealer for details.
Staples is more than a place you go to buy a new PC. It's where an associate helped me find the latest tech I needed to work smarter, not harder. Where I got a protection plan plus 24/7 tech support that keeps me connected. And where I increase my productivity for a lot less than what I thought I'd spend.
Right now at Staples, you can save up to $270 on the latest PCs. Staples, for your business tech and beyond. In-store only, ends 9/21/19 while supplies last. Exclusions apply.
Napa know-how.
Why should you get 2 5-quart jugs of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic Motor Oil? Because at Napa, they're only $24.99 each when you buy 2, meaning you get more and save more, which is just sound economics. That's 2 5-quart jugs of Pennzoil Platinum, only $24.99 each. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General States pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Limit 2 per customer while supplies last. Offer ends 9/30/19.
When you're well-dressed, people say,
Nice suit.
when you're best,
Last about 30.
Nice suit.
The JCPenney Men's Best Dressed event ends this week. Don't miss 50% off men's select suit separates, sport coats, and dress pants from Collection by Michael Strahan, Stafford, and JFJ Farrar. And for big and tall guys, shop Shaquille O'Neal XLG and more. Plus, get an extra $10 off your $25 purchase with coupon. JCPenney. Offers valid.
I sure did.
All right.
First time winner, Ron.
Attaboy, Ron. Enjoy the show. 2460610 if you want to get in. 888-922-0610. All right. Mason Rudolph, Luke Falk, Teddy Bridgewater. I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Who's going to have the best weekend this weekend? Who do you expect as these guys who are now getting their chance?
Daniel Jones.
And Daniel Jones. That's who I'm missing. All right. So I'm going to ask you, because I've got my thoughts. But I'm going to go best weekend and then the best run this season. Teddy Bridgewater, Luke Falk. You want to throw Gardner Minshew in there?
Gardner Minshew.
All right.
Yep. Throw him in there.
Daniel Jones. What was the one the two guys in New York, the guy in Jacksonville, the guy in New Orleans, and the guy in
I'm going with the best team in the New Orleans Saints.
That's where I'm going to. Yeah. So I just think he's the best quarterback too.
Best team, and if Bridgewater's the guy, I don't know what Sean Payton's doing. Is it really like?
No, he can't play in this Taysom Hill backup mess, can he?
Like, and that's what I love about coaches and think it's hilarious. Like all of a sudden now Seattle at home is going to be nervous. Like, we're going to spend an extra hour preparing for Taysom Hill, so that's going to throw off their game plans. We don't know. It's a 2-quarterback system in the Saints. What are they going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's got to be Teddy Bridgewater because you're really going to start the quarterback that's your gimmick guy.
Do you think he's the best answer long-term for the rest of the season or however long he's in, right? Drew Brees maybe back in 6 weeks. The best performance season-wide, because I'm on Bridgewater for the rest of the season, by the way, if they need him. Now, I could be wrong, but they vested a lot in him. He's proven to me that, now this was pre-injury, but at the NFL level that he can play.
Yeah, I think the investment signals a big key into the Saints' belief in Teddy Bridgewater as a backup. Being the highest paid backup in this league resonates. When we're talking about multi-million dollars for your backup quarterback,
yeah.
I think Minshew's been impressive because he's completing passes at a high clip.
I'm going to go Minshew over Daniel Jones, by the way. For the rest of the season, I'm going to tell you I think Minshew's going to have a better season than Daniel Jones. Is that ridiculous?
No. And it's also we have a little bit of a track record with Minshew. 2 games, but that 2 games leans heavily on you because you've seen, you've played at the NFL level. We don't know. Preseason is different. There's so many teams that win games in preseason, players that put up numbers in preseason. You get to a regular season contest, you're like, oh.
I agree with you. I agree with you totally. I'm looking at the Facebook response. John said, your look, Jeff, when he said that 9:19 a.m. on 9/19 of 19, LOL. Yeah. I'm like, what? What are you doing? What are you doing? Fred was watching on the Facebook too. A lot of people watching on the Facebook today. Rivalry week between 2 FCS schools. Hard to get excited for this game. Yeah. Basketball, these 2 teams are still rivalry, not the same for football. See, I think this can be an entertaining football game. I think they're 2 fairly evenly matched teams, and I think it's going to entertain. They're not FCS teams, by the way. They're FBS teams. And this is just so set up for people to just go, yeah, but. And it kills me.
Well, Fred's a dude that if you know his comment, he's done with football.
I don't. Okay. Done with football, just because
he thinks they're terrible and they can't come back. And he's left multiple comments on our Facebook page about it, and that's his opinion. He doesn't see any future with FBS football with these two teams.
Okay. So, when they beat Boise State and they won 9 games that year, that wasn't that good? It was just a fluke? Or I'm just asking. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. All right. So, Fred's done with it. Fair enough. I guess I should know, and I don't. But you can watch as well. You can watch on the ProView on the Facebook, and you can watch worldwide. Back to the conversation at hand. I think, again, I'm going back to tonight's game where it's so big for that team and that franchise. I think it's a big night for Gardner Minshew, too. Here he is on national television. The game's in Tennessee, correct?
It's in Jacksonville.
It's in Jacksonville.
Home game.
So they got a home game. Like Jacksonville's got to win. It's big on Tennessee, too, and I told you it's a big year for Marcus Mariota, and it is. But it's essential, I think, for Jacksonville. Because of the turmoil in their locker room, because of the battle between their star and their head coach, because last week they came back and went for 2 and were an inch away, Leonard Fournette at the goal line on a 2-point conversion. I think they've got to win.
Yeah, they go to 0-3, then clawing at any hope it's done. Your season's over with. Even if you think Gardner Minshew is going to play well, if you're an 0-3 team, the Colts are going to start pulling away. Houston's going to start pulling away.
Yeah,
in that division. And then if Marcus Mariota struggles, it's just more on is Jameis Winston, that class, are they going to be looking for new places to play next year?
That class might be. The Marcus Mariota, Jameis Winston thing, and I told you, I know people are riding Jameis coming off of last week. I'm so over the Jameis thing too. I just don't think he's a solid, reliable, dependable, consistent NFL quarterback. I just don't. Mariota probably is going to be in the same boat, don't you think?
Absolutely, he's going to be in that same boat. While everyone was on Bruce Arians and opening up this offense, and that's going to change Jameis Winston. He is who we know he is. He's the most up and down quarterback in this league.
Yep.
Where there's moments like, all right, that's why I like Jameis Winston. So he was a high pick, but he's been this guy since Florida State, and he hasn't gotten better. He'll be good, and then he'll have games where he throws 3 interceptions.
So here's the other piece, too. If a guy like Gardner Minshew has a good year, if a guy like Daniel Jones isn't fair because that was a 6 overall pick, but even Teddy Bridgewater, if some of these guys, Jacoby Brissett, if they had solid years, do you start looking at quarterback differently and quarterback collection, for lack of a better term, recruitment, finding? No.
Because Gardner Minshew is a nice story. He's not a quarterback that's going to start multiple years in this league.
I'm not certain.
He's a quarterback that's going to have a long career in this league.
Yeah, but not.
But that is so hard to find those guys to pop.
Okay, well, I'm not sure I'm sold on that yet. Rudy, good morning.
Hey, let the complaining begin because you know what? It's going to be 84 degrees Saturday.
Perfect.
Oh my God. 0% chance of rain.
Oh
my God.
Wait, it's not going to be hot.
A light wind. Oh my God, we can't go to the game. And really, whoever Fred is, who cares?
Yeah, that's right.
His comments are one of thousands of people. But what we've allowed people like Fred to do in this community is
voice their concern.
Buy into this kind of crap. These are our kids. Okay, think about your kid. Think about Addie. JJ, think about your kid and think about what you want for your children in this community. Do you want activities they can go to and feel good about? Yes. That's what we want for our children. And yet we sit around and eat our young with this type of talk. I'm not going to the game because who cares? Let's talk about all the people that are going to go to the game, that are going to enjoy themselves, that are going to go to your tailgate for the New Mexico Bowl, Jeff. Yep. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have a great time. And if everybody else out there wants to join me, there's a 500,000 people looking for things to do. Saturday afternoon, you can't ask for better weather. You can't ask for more excitement because this is about our state. And if you don't want to get jazzed about your state, and whether you're an Aggie or a Lobo, just get out there and support these young men. That's what will change this community for the better, is when we start supporting all our kids. And everybody jumps right all over Michelle about proposing to pay for education for our children. You know what a game changer that would be if that happened? You know how it would change so that kids here would have opportunities? to get a higher education. I just think that it's time for this state to quit going, oh, woe is me, and talking about scarcity of resources. We're sitting on a pile of cash like no other
we
state
are.
has.
We're sitting on a pile of cash we've never sat on before.
And it's going to keep coming in.
Well,
it's keep
I hope so. I hope so.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, to that caller or to him, that's his opinion, just like yours is yours, and so do your thing. It's incessant of I don't care. Oh, I don't care. Don't go. Like I tell you all the time. I so rarely care what people don't do.
Well, I'm going to tell you this though. You look at the game and you look at what's going on, and I defy anybody who thinks that this is lower echelon football. Go back and look at the film. And I have friends that went to Notre Dame that know some of the players, and they were impressed with what New Mexico did.
Yeah.
Score doesn't indicate how hard you played. Score is the score. And yeah, there were a lot of things that went wrong that made New Mexico look worse than it was. But same thing can be said for New Mexico State. Oh, they only played Washington State up in Pullman and then had to ride down to Tuscaloosa and play Alabama, and then come home and play in front of 10,000 people. That's not going to get it done. If you want better football, if you want to go to these games, then go to the games and support them. That will give people money. That will give the administration money so that you can hire the coach or you can have what you need to get the players to win the games that you want to see them win.
It's that easy.
Pretty simple.
All right, man. See you on Friday or Saturday because tomorrow's Friday and it's not game day. See you on Saturday.
I'll see you tomorrow too.
Oh, yeah,
Aggie Joke Day.
Oh, yeah. All right. Aggie Joke Day tomorrow. See you.
Take care.
Later. Yep. I don't know. I so rarely care what you don't do. You know what I didn't do this weekend? I didn't mow the lawn.
You didn't do your laundry?
I did it on Tuesday, though.
On
I did
Sunday?
mow the lawn. Yeah. All right, wrap it up. 2460610. Still come on in strong. You can get emails and calls in. Jeff, JJ, the Golden Hoser, and Josh. He's producing on ProView Networks on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not just a job at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-3600 9257. Local Union 412.
Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, give Nathan Smith at Realty Executives Advantage a call. With over 18 years of real estate experience and nearly $1 billion of sales, leases, and evaluations, Nathan has the experience and the track record to get the job done.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
ABQ ER and Hospital is changing the way you see ER in Albuquerque. We promise to see each patient within 10 minutes of arrival. ABQ ER and Hospital is now offering $25 school physicals, with 100% of proceeds donated back to the schools.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your...
It's opening drive at 95.9 FM AM 670 Sports Animal. I wish I had breaking news for you today, but I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Although, maybe I do. The Broncos. What do you got with Elway? Who's he calling out now?
Garrett Bowles. He had 5 holding calls against him. The former first-round pick from the University.
All right, now
of
he struggled,
Utah.
man, and he probably should have had another one. I think they called the wrong number.
He's having some problem.
Yeah, I think he pretty should have had 6 because I think they called the wrong number on one of them.
And that is why John Elway just always ends up picking a linebacker. For sure.
John Elway, would you call it tough love? What is it? Quote, obviously it hurts at different points in the game. You know, a lot of times, even though we overcame a couple of them, they're drive stoppers. We got to be able to block our guy without holding.
The frustration immediately went from what a terrible roughing the passer call right to Garrett Bowles. Like, he is just taking everything this week for the Broncos.
It's got to stop, period. This is Elway on KOA News Radio. Was it this morning? There's no more excuses for it. He had 26 holding penalties in the last 2 years in 2 games. It's got to stop. The bottom line is if he thinks he's getting singled out, he is. He's got to understand that. He's got to understand what he's doing, and that was my question. Does he know what holding is? Does he know what he can do and can't do? If he thinks he's getting targeted, he's got to realize he isn't. We'll keep working for it, and he's still a talented guy. He cannot do that because it's beating us, end quote. Damn! That's your GM beating you up in the media. How's that feel?
It doesn't feel good. That one hurts. That one stinks.
16 holding penalties in 34 games, including 4 times in the Broncos lost last week. And he should add another one because they called 65 instead of 72. Right? Do you think they're counting that one? No, it was 4 on him, right? I mean, it's just got to get embarrassing. Your number keeps getting called out. You're like, dude, come on, man. Enough.
Tape your hands. Just do clubs.
We got to stop reaching around and grabbing. That's the obvious one. A guy, it beats you and you hook him.
Just fist.
Damn. So is John Elway helping his team by calling out his line?
Fired up. He's like, hey, we're on path to be 7-9. We could be 8-8 if it wasn't for you.
Dang, no kidding. Joe Flacco let us back. I signed Joe Flacco for things just like that.
And won a Super Bowl, Garrett.
And he threw a touchdown pass in the last 37 seconds of a game that was supposed to, and got us a 2-point conversion that was supposed to win us a game. Mm-hmm. And because you're holding, wait, that's not right. That's some fire, man. I mean, that's
He's the one that's taking it. So it went from ref immediately to Garrett Bowles.
Well, because he probably looked at the tape and realized the ref was right. It probably went from the ref.
No, it went from the terrible roughing the passer call to Garrett Bowles.
Well, it was a terrible roughing the passer call. Bottom line, like he's dead on right on the roughing the passer call. But you can't do anything about the roughing the passer. You can probably tell a guy to stop, teach a guy to stop holding. Because the roughing the passer call was one call, although you can tell me it's a pattern, but in that case it was one call. Your lineman getting 4 holding calls in one game and 5 in one game is a pattern.
You can hold it on every play, Jeff.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you absolutely
on every
can.
play.
You absolutely can. It's a tough game to officiate, JJ. I don't know if you know that. It's really tough. It's fast. They're big, strong men. They're going fast. The roughing the passer call was garbage. How about your boy with the Jets,
Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams, and he got hit for a late hit. $21,000 fine plus or minus $500.
Is every roughing the passer penalty a fine?
No, I don't think it is.
That one was a penalty, but I don't know how you fine him for that hit.
No, I don't know, and I don't understand it either. He was fine. He hit Baker Mayfield, and he went after the NFL. Quote, "This league is a damn joke. I signed up to play football, not two-hand touch, bull bleep. I don't give a damn about these soft rules protecting the QBs. I'm going to play my brand of football every time I step on the field." So that makes you a target, all right? That makes you, if you want to say, I'm not sure what I did, I'm playing football, what do you want me to do? But
you
to
watch,
basically defy it makes you a target.
You watch the play, all right, you push the quarterback down after multiple steps.
Why is that
after
fineable?
He released the ball, but to get the fine, I absolutely understand the frustration. So now, did Bradley Chubb get a fine
for that garbage call? I don't know. I mean, I've heard of a
is
fine.
Is every roughing the passer penalty now a fine in this league?
I don't know how
that. Yeah, I can see that giving defenders a headache.
Look, I'm not a defensive lineman, but I absolutely, and I've said this since this all started, and I heard it a lot last week. What do you want them to do? What do you want these men to do? They're going full speed. Their job is to go tackle the quarterback. They've got a 330-pound lineman on their back. And within a split second, they're supposed to stop going full speed and not touch the man? Like, I get it. We want to protect quarterbacks. I'm all for it, man. They're dropping like flies. It's bad for your product. It's bad for their health. It's bad for... Yeah, yes. But what do you want Bradley Chubb in that situation to do last week? This one's different. He took 3 steps and pushed the guy. You don't need to push him. All right. Was it fineable? I don't understand why, but okay. But what do you want a man going at full speed to do? And there's a 330-pound man pushing him and holding him and grabbing him and spitting on him, and he's on his back. What do you want him to do?
I think the officials just need to take charge of that. And they see it. They know when it's too much or it's just right there.
I don't know that they do, and I think that they're getting it from above, that it's and I think it changes so often that they are it is such a point of emphasis, right, to protect that quarterback, that it's in their mind. And look, it's not an easy job. It's hard as hell, and it's going so fast, and it's a snap decision. I get all of that. What do you want these men to do?
Take it case by case basis, I would say. Well, I mean, I know it's hard, but you
it
have
costs
to.
the Broncos a football game, and that's people's livelihood right there.
Who's the main guy watching the quarter? The referee, right? Is he the
back judge and the referee? Yeah.
Okay, one of those guys. Just watch those two guys. Watch the quarterback and see.
That's what they're doing. They're getting the man's right there. He threw the flag. I mean, that's what they're doing. Bradley Chubb hit on Trubisky the other day. I'm not a Bronco fan. That's ridiculous. That call was ridiculous.
Because it was so close, right? I mean, I didn't see the play.
Half a step away,
and that's what I'm talking about. If the play is close, let it go. If it's just right there. Now, if it's one of those where the guy takes 1 or 2 steps and then, pushes him after the ball is long gone, then yeah, maybe throw it there.
There was one in the Monday night game, a landing on him with full body weight. Come on. First of all, that call is ridiculous. And the man braced himself with his arm. He didn't land on him with full body weight. I mean, you're falling down. You got a 330-pound man on your back. You're falling down. Oh, but you fell on the quarterback? What do you want me to do?
I think you can, tell the difference when somebody's initially trying to hurt somebody and it's, whether it's just a football player.
First of all, intent is not, there's plenty of guys who don't intend to break the rules that need to be penalized, right? I didn't intend to grab his arm while the ball was in the air, but it's pass interference. I understand that. I didn't intend to grab, but you can't completely judge this thing on intent either, because A, you don't know intent, and B, sometimes intent doesn't matter. Sometimes I didn't intend to run that red light. I just did.
Yeah. Oh, no, you intended. Yeah. You're like, oh, I'm going to try to beat it. I snuck in through.
All right, what are we doing tomorrow? We'll have rivalry stuff. We'll have jokes, because I guess somebody declared it Aggie joke day tomorrow.
That's right.
Like that.
Aggie joke day.
Or
Lobo joke day.
We will have Nick Nee will be with us tomorrow. We'll have Thursday Night Football to look at tomorrow. What else you got tomorrow?
Will the legend of Gardner Minshew continue to grow?
I say yes.
Does he assert himself as the future of the Jacksonville?
Into a handlebar mustache.
Who wins tonight?
Jacksonville.
You know what? I'm
Upset.
going Marcus Mariota.
You going Tennessee? Marcus Mariota could have a day. I'm
Like
going
a
Jackson.
13-10 football game.
Oh,
Tennessee.
give me more. Doesn't it seem like Jackson
Derrick
plays
Henry-
on Thursday all the time? This is such your Thursday night matchup. Tennessee.
They always play one a year.
Do they always play?
Tennessee,
This is such a
Jacksonville.
Thursday
Always
night
play one.
matchup.
A Thursday night game. Derrick Henry's been better than I expected the first 2 games. He's producing in the ground game, and he's catching the passes.
D-Hen.
Derrick Henry.
Oh, my.
To
the house.
Thank you to Tavaka Tuioti. Level quarterback was with us, as was Jerry Palm from CBSSports.com. Jim Rome Show is next. The Dan Patrick Show follows that. The Sports Bar comes to you this afternoon at 3, and then you get National Football League, Jacksonville, and Tennessee tonight, starting at 6 o'clock. We're back with award-winning radio tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m.
30.
Your television, courtesy of ProView Network, and, of course, in your ear on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal. Josh produced over on ProView today. Hoser on the
20.
I did another terrific job by both. What do you got today? Big day?
Huge day.
Oh,
Gigantic.
yeah, buddy.
Biggest day ever.
All right, go out and
10.
Enjoy yourself and be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll see you later.